Hey guys, what y'all doing? Top of the AM. It's 8:07 AM. Come on in, come on in. Come on in. I had to grab the stash from in the back room so I could come in here and do it real quick. Oh, let me share it. Is this here? Hey. Hey, Mama Phoenix. How you doing? Top of the AM. Let me put these cards back from yesterday because I ain't even put them back. I just got up. How you feeling? How was your weekend? I'm good. How are you? What you got planned for the day? Did I not bring these cards in here? Well, I guess I wasn't supposed to read for them today. Maybe I should go get them. I don't think we're gonna need them though. That's what's up. What you got planned for today? You just staying in? You hanging out? Oh, okay. I've been up, but I was doing some stuff. Remember how I did that reading and I was like, I said Christmas in July. So I was in here last night just chilling. And the TV was just, you know how it regularly just rolls like the screensaver. And why did it say Hallmark Christmas in July? I almost pissed my pants. I was like, oh, so it's happening for real now. And now it says love underneath the mistletoe. So something good is happening for y'all. Go check my community board. I posted it last night. I couldn't believe it. Why it looks so dark? Let me see. Okay. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God, it's happening. So go check the community board. And it came across the TV and I kind of cropped it so y'all could see it. I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. I'm like, damn, I didn't even know that was like really a thing. And it's a whole Hallmark, I think it's a movie or something. Because it came across the Hallmark, it was on the Hallmark channel. I wish I could show it to y'all right now. It's coming across right now. Damn, how can I turn this around? See, look. And I'm just turning it around. Check it out. It's coming across the TV right now. Y'all gonna be shocked. Can y'all see it? Wait till it come across. I don't know if y'all can see it clearly. Y'all see it? Christmas in July. Crazy work. I couldn't believe it. Can y'all see it? Can it focus though? I don't feel like getting up, but y'all see the gist of it, right? Yeah. I could not believe it. Couldn't believe it. I was in here like, oh my God, so it's happening like now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So tap in. Okay. It's blurry, but we can. Okay. Okay, good. That's crazy, right? I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, I just said it off the whim from the cards and then the month. You know what I'm saying? I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. I said, holy shit. It's happening. This one's a little bit brighter. Cause it's and then it's coming in different colors. You just saw it in like a red with the red background or the pink background. And now it got the let me see. I don't need y'all in my business, but okay. Okay, y'all see it now? Look, it's way clearer now. Yeah, you see it? Wow. Yeah, now it's white. So, oh my God, y'all. I was shocked. Like, holy macaroni. So I was like, that's the major confirmation. You hear me? Major confirmation. Major confirmation. So let's get back into it. Okay? So tap in with your girl. Oh, let me share the video. Hold on. Okay, let's go. Let's get started. Thank you guys for stopping by. Welcome. Hold on. Sure. And then it says love underneath the mistletoe. So let me show y'all. I don't know if it's gonna damn. Oh, can you get clear? I don't know what camera that is, but can y'all see it? Oh, it went past. But it said love underneath the mistletoe. So yeah. So when y'all be seeing all that pink back there, it be my TV just going past, you know? Yeah. Oh, and I want to say thank you to those people who sent me birthday wishes from and love for my baby. Oh, y'all guys are so sweet. Thank you so much. All right, let's get into it, guys. Oh, let me tell y'all the time. So it's 8:15 a.m. and it's July 18th, Saturday, 2026. So 1818 could be significant. Okay? Things could have been hidden, but I feel like it was for the betterment of self. Your highest and your greatest good. Something, because somebody could be on some type of demon time, or there could just be some type of union coming in. Okay? Because you finally, changed the way you felt about yourself internally, or, something. And it says love underneath the mistletoe right here. Something with Hallmark. I don't know if y'all going to be getting like gifts and presents and a lot of wish fulfillment coming in. That was once hidden. So you guys could be getting like 2 wishes. Why do my eyes look like that? Maybe it's because of the light. I found I was cleaning out this little bag I had in here. And I found my little light again. I was so happy, like, yes. So, anywho, also, some of y'all, if y'all have children, like teenagers, and you've seen a change in them, like, over the years, and you couldn't understand it, they might be dibbling and dabbling. Because remember before TikTok, even before we even knew anything about TikTok, they was on there with that witchy yah bullshit. I'm not saying, I always say that, but no disrespect to Yaya. I love her. Okay? But they was on there dibbling and dabbling before we knew anything about what was really going on there. Same thing with YouTube. Like, we didn't even know this whole world existed until we started, like, So you could have some children who are facing you could seem like their whole energy kind of like turned down, or they're like depressed, or they just seem like they're just completely different. It's because they've been dibbling and dabbling. They done been on this fucking social media not knowing what they tapping into, not knowing what they're doing, and fucked around and found out. Half of them are depressed. The room look like shit. They don't want to live no more. They just out here walking around like zombies, hella disrespectful, hella combative, hearing shit. A lot of them is going through psychosis. Okay? Remember I told you, so if you have some children, you need to watch them. Because yesterday I had just clicked on this video because I saw this boy and this girl, and they had some type of caption. And then it's like they had two screens. So I said, what the fuck they doing? So I just clicked on it. And it was this GAY guy and this his best friend, I guess. And they were actually like adding people to the live or something. There was this little kid on there. Little kid. He looked like he must have been about 9. So I'm like, y'all gotta watch y'all fucking kids, because they be into shit that y'all have no idea about. Okay? Let's start there. Then I have made a whole little list, but I was cleaning up and I didn't even go through the thank you for the likes, guys. And I didn't even go through the numbers. So I'm gonna just do what I wrote down. Something about Santa Barbara, okay? Some of you guys could be from Santa Barbara. You could be planning on going there. Your name could be Barbara. Something about Santa, okay? So I feel like y'all about to tap. When I tell y'all, I don't know what y'all did between Friday and Saturday, Divine Feminine Masculine, but I love it. Okay, you could be feeling amazing. I did these messages last night at 10:18 p.m. So some of you guys' birthday could be 10:18. Happy birthday to anyone who had a birthday yesterday. Yeah. I feel like there's going to be a lot of people asking for your forgiveness. A lot of people wanting to come back, because you could have just been going through a fucking season and you didn't know where it was coming from, but it could have been ricocheting from other people who was dibbling and dabbling, and you had nothing to do with it. You knew nothing about it. So if you were going through a period, especially back in 2020, and you're just like, what the fuck is going on? Somebody you could have lived with, somebody you could have been around, could have been doing something. Especially if your health was kind of off and you knew you didn't have a monster. And I mean the monster as in the COVID. I would consider that the monster because these motherfuckers made it. But that's not, you know. You could have thought you had the monster, but every time you went to the doctor, it was negative. Spell work. Okay? Spell work. So somebody around you close could have been dibbling dabbling due to some shit that they done saw on the TikTok or whatever that shit was, or the socials, and fucking that shit got out of hand. Especially if somebody you knew was heavy into the church. They could go to church high and then want to come back and tell you that, oh, all I heard the pastor say was, my dad is evil, my mom is evil, my brother is evil, my cousin is evil, my grandmother is evil. You know what I'm saying? That mental work. Somebody was not headstrong or had enough, oh my God, what can I call it? I don't know if it's like mental strength to even start to dibble into certain things that, you know, they weren't supposed to. Okay? And this could have even been people who were in the church who was dibbling and dabbling, you know, who you would never think that, you know what I'm saying? All right, so let's see. Something about, you guys could have closed on a 6-bedroom house. Congratulations. Something about $975,000. I don't know if that's what you guys are going to be coming into, or that's how much the house costs. Something about a database. I don't know if this is a name, a code, or a label, a street, or, you know, a facility of some sort. All right. Something about a haunting. I feel like something could be haunting somebody to the point where they feel like you and them have some type of unfinished business. But if you think about it, though, like when people do pass on and they do still linger around a certain space, it's kind of like a haunting, no? It would be, because they always say you have unfinished business, right? So that could be happening. You could be having like paranormal activity, or you could be in a new place and you could feel like there's some type of unrest or unresolved there. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Somebody could be finding out what they want. Put that where it fit. Okay. Well, some of y'all could have bought like a woman's Movado watch, or you will be, or this is what you'll be receiving as a treat to yourself. And I love that for you. Okay. Y'all know I like to buy myself stuff all the time. So I'm here for it. Okay. Self-care is the best care. There could be somebody out here who's just like delusional and angry and bothered as hell. I feel like your whole existence to this person, every time they see you, they hear your fucking name, they come across you, it's like, oh my God, this person just want to throw up. I feel like you repulse this person, or I just caught a headache. Oh, hold up. Evil eye. Hold on, let me go get my evil eye. As soon as I said that, my head started banging. I just caught a sharp pain. Hold on, let me go, let me get up. I caught a sharp pain in my head as soon as I said that. Let me get some more water. I got some more decks. Water. Ooh. Yeah, I be sleeping in front of this air like it's I be sleeping in front of this air like it's a air conditioner. And it don't even be an air conditioner, it be it's an air filter. But I be turning it to me so I can feel the shit blow on me. And that shit be fucking me up. But yeah, you could have somebody, right? I have to go get my evil eye. As soon as I started talking about this angry person, let me see what y'all saying before I continue. Yep, I have been saying it, right? Really? What was I doing, girl? I hope it was a good dream. I'm not doing any questions, love. Just stick around. Maybe it can, you get a little clarity from the message. Santa like Christmas. What was it about, medicine? I hope it was good. But yeah, because I was dreaming last night too, but I don't remember. And I knew I wasn't gonna be able to remember my dream because I ate late. I knew that. I had some pasta with some shrimp. So I knew I wasn't, and it was like 11:05. It's like I was so hungry. Some of y'all could have just been hungry. Somebody could even be trying to project like gluttony on you and shit like that. So be careful. But the only reason I ate it was because I didn't eat yesterday. That's the only reason. And I'm like, I don't want to be all gassy and stuff. So yeah. But whoever this is, this person hates your fucking existence. This person cannot even, what she said? It was a lot going on, but you were ordering food. Girl, I'm always ordering some damn food, right? Always with some food. And I was trying to send you a message, but I text you the wrong thing. And I was trying to figure out when I could resend the right text or correct. And then I just come in here and say something about gluttony. So something about food you were ordering. So somebody could definitely be trying to do something when it comes to food. For me to say all of that before she even said the message. What did you send me that was wrong? What was the message? If you don't mind sharing. 22 in here and I only got 5 likes. Y'all better tap in. We'll wait. So maybe you're trying to get clarity on something with a message. Maybe you read a message and it was, I know I needed to fix it. Yeah. So maybe you got a message from, you know how it go because you're subconscious. So maybe there was a message that you received that you wasn't clear on which way to go. Or you might have to make a message. Oh, washer, that means dirty laundry. So something could be coming out. Something could be coming out. Maybe there's some type of exposure because laundry is like airing out your dirty laundry. So maybe you're going to get a text message. You could be in somebody group chat or something like that. Okay, they could be trying to talk about you. Maybe something's overwhelming. Maybe you need to clean something up. It is still retrograde. Maybe there's something you still need to look into. 11, yeah, divine timing for you to clear something, clear the air. Maybe you want to speak to someone. Maybe you need to express something. Okay. Maybe you want to speak to someone, but you don't know how to, go about it. But laundry is like some shit coming out, airing out some type of secrets or something. But let's move on. Let's see. Yeah, laundry, and then it was overflowing. So there's a lot of information that needs to come out. Maybe you need to speak up. Okay, maybe Spirit's trying to get you to say something. You could just be emotionally exhausted. And it's so funny because I said something up here about somebody wants to cause some type of spiritual instability. Okay? So this could just be some type of emotions you need to process. Maybe you need to purge. Okay, maybe you need to journal. You know what I'm saying? And then text messages could be communication. Maybe this is like a dinner date because you said I was ordering food, but you wanted to send me a message. So maybe you were supposed to go on a date or you will be, and somebody could have stood you up. Maybe somebody want to take you out like an olive branch and discuss some things. So, yeah, start there. Did you recently get a reading from somebody? Or did you inquire to somebody to get a reading? Yeah, something might come over. And that's the thing. You might be even suppressing some type of emotion. And then it might come out not the way you want. Or you might, you know what I'm saying, like express it on somebody who doesn't even deserve it, you know? Yeah. So maybe you need to purge. Maybe you need to purge. Go buy some water. Maybe you need to ground. Okay, let's move on. Let's see. All right, what else? So yeah, this is somebody who every time they see you, they get bothered. Somebody's very triggered by you. I feel like somebody has a hatred for you. that is just a hatred they have for themselves, because you might not even know this individual. You don't know, that's just like a projection type energy. I feel like somebody just hates your spirit, okay? They don't like the fact that how free you are, how loyal you are to yourself. They don't understand how you can have so much confidence and self-love. Okay, I feel like people are just, this individual particular person just feels away. Thank you, love. All right, what else? And I feel like somebody feel like you could be attacking them in some way, and maybe because you see like how I do tarot, people think that every tarot reader do some type of witchy stuff. And I mean, I don't do any of that. Like, I burn my little ancestor money for my sister and shit, but I don't dibble and dabble in none of that stuff. I just talk. You know what I'm saying? I say what I need to say. Tell the fucking truth, shame the damn devil type energy, you know? Yeah, but it's like your demons are, I don't know if your demons are taunting this person, taunting their demons, or this person could have felt like they was some type of bully. Because somebody could like talk at y'all. You know how you be like, all right, guys, you know how you would tell a child like, baby, I need you to go in there and pick up your stuff and clean up because X, Y, and Z. This is the type of person who will be like, oh, motherfuckers think it's a game. I don't know why the fuck they don't clean up that fucking room. You know, just like trying to intimidate or, manipulate or sway or, you know what I'm saying? Fear-based. And you're just like, if you just wanted me to clean up the room, you could have just asked me. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to, oh, motherfuckers don't want to clean up their room. Oh, they gonna see. They gonna see. Watch what's gonna happen if they don't clean up that motherfucking room. And you're just like, okay. So you could be dealing with somebody like that. Somebody who talks around the situation, or somebody who try to like, not direct. They don't be direct. You see what I'm saying? But this is somebody who just be making fucking meaningless threats, and then when they see you and and nothing's wrong with you because they swear you're doing something to them. You hear my throat? They swear you're doing something to them. They start doing stuff. Okay? They start doing shit. Yeah. Juicy Couture, love. I got it from Juicy Couture over, how old's my daughter? Over 20 something years ago. It's not that I'm not interested. I told her I'm not doing any questions. But, I'm not going to argue with her and go back and forth. I already said what I said, and I'm going to move on, you know? Okay. So, yeah, some type of throat chakra. There's some type of communication. I feel like somebody want to get something off their chest. So they keep sending like little subliminal or disses or sneak dissing, or, like you see how I said Christmas in July? They'll be like, damn, what can I say? Christmas in July. It'll be like death in July. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll use one word that I said, or try to, like, you see how I said intimidated? They'll use intimidated in the word. Or they'll use like deranged, or anything I say. Or like I said, washing machine, they'll be like dryer. Or they'll say something to counteract or entice or intimidate or to throw a jab. And you're just like, okay. Like, I don't know what's supposed to happen. And I always tell people, like, this is the type of giving me the energy where this is the type of person who they like to talk about people or speculate or just make shit up or fabricate. This is somebody who's fucking delusional. Somebody is stuck in like some type of Neptunian energy, and instead of going through the shit and seeing what they could see, somebody just keeps sinking lower and lower and deeper in their own bullshit, like psychosis type energy. But they come off saying, so this is somebody who like, and y'all know I'm not a hater. I love talking to myself. I love talking to myself. This is somebody who talks to themselves, answer themselves, and do all that other shit, but in a crazy ass way. This is giving me like some You type energy. Remember that guy from You? And then there's another show coming out, or it's not even a show, it's like a movie, and it's called Obsessed. So somebody could be like obsessed with you. But not, I mean, obsession is never in a good way, but this is somebody who is like, if they could fucking skin you, they would laugh the whole time doing this shit. They would, it's like if somebody could just pick you apart, this is who we're dealing with, okay? This is who we're dealing with, all right? So y'all have to, I'm not saying be careful, but really protect your energy, because I feel like somebody feel like they need to attack you. They need to get rid of you. They need to put you down. This is giving me the energy where a neighbor, you could put your fucking garbage can at the corner of the fucking thing, and everything you do, they have a problem. I mean, every little thing. This is just somebody who hates themselves, and they hate the fact that you love yourself. So they have to project. They have to consist. It's giving me like a Karen, in a sense. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? You know, it's like giving me like a Karen or a Kevin. And sometimes you see them and you be like, what's wrong with these people? And they'll stand and they're like, I'm calling the police. And you're like, ma'am, you don't have to be over here. And this is the type of person you're dealing with, who consistently just attacks, who consistently just makes the issue and they will hit. I don't see so many fucking people who are minding their business, and these people come up to them and just want to fucking smack their phone out their hand and shit, and just be doing the most, screaming in their face. And I'm just like, yo, what is happening? So this is the type of person you're dealing with. So if you know somebody like this, if you know that somebody's gunning for you, and for me to say yesterday with the whole shit talking and the threatening, leave these people where they at, because they just want a fucking problem, okay? These people have nothing better to do, and they will love to see you in a compromising situation, especially if this is RACE driven, okay? Not saying this could be another person of color as well, because I feel like they are the most RACISTS. You know what I'm saying? Our own kind. Very much so. Very much so. So this could be black on black. You could have a blackout car where everything is black windows, black rims, black on black interior, black, you know. So something about like a Ghost Rider. I feel like this person could have some type of attachment, but then they're so confused and fragmented that they want to say, you know. So just be aware, because it's out here. Oh no, she said it's my mother. Oh my God. And it's crazy because I just came in here and I said somebody young could have been on TikTok dibbling and dabbling, especially when there's those witches or those people were talking about astrology before we even knew about TikTok. And a lot of these kids, you could notice them, because I had seen something on the TV where the girl, they were saying that this young girl, she was depressed. And the room was fucking filthy. And when I tell you stains on the carpet, the vanity was all messed up and all this shit. And they were saying, oh, she's been having a hard time. Now she moved from one room to the next room and left that room a mess. So something must have been happening, because when the girl came in there and she cleaned up that room, all these crystals, all these incense. And I said, oh, They in there fucking dibbling and dabbling and got chased the fuck out that damn room, because a lot of people don't know spirituality is about you. It's waking up your demons, waking up what you need to work on, waking up the darker parts of you. And when it got fucking spooked, okay? Went and got spooked and ran the fuck out that room and left. I mean, that room was a mess. You hear me? So I said, oh, this is what they doing. They dibbling and dabbling. And then they want to talk about, oh, they hearing shit, or they feel uncomfortable, something's wrong. And we so fucking silly. We be sitting here thinking like, what's going on? Like, what do you mean something's wrong? You sure? The whole time that motherfucker in there dibbling and dabbling with some shit. Dibbling and dabbling in some shit, and we know nothing about it. They could have even been doing love spells, because you know that's the first thing bitches be doing. They be fucking around trying to sway motherfuckers' energy, okay? And then you wonder how the boyfriend or the girlfriend start to act crazy like, I thought y'all was good. What happened? Because they in there dibbling and dabbling, doing some shit they have no business, and you fucking delirious. You don't know what the fuck going on. You just thinking that motherfucker losing their mind or something, to the point where you like, are you on drugs? You know what I'm saying? Then they turn to drugs. Especially if they were like good kids. Especially if they were like, you know, had great grades and shit like that. And then all of a sudden, they just switch. And you're like, is it a boyfriend? Am I doing something wrong? Then you start beating your fucking self up, not knowing that motherfucker in there playing in some shit they know nothing about. Now all of a sudden they want to talk about they going to church. Bitch, if you don't go sit your ass down somewhere, but you don't know, you're just thinking like, oh, okay, I see you. And the whole time, bitch, they was doing a TikTok. They was on TikTok doing jar spells on shit, on people, and the shit backfiring. Okay? Tap in with these kids. Okay? Nieces, nephews, whoever. Auntie, uncle, whoever. Whoever don't know nothing about nothing, and it just seemed like they just went down. And you be sitting here thinking that, oh, somebody must be doing magic or some type of spiritual warfare. Nah. It's their own doing. For real. Because the girl Vanity, it looked like she had candles. You know when you melt down the candle in the wax, but it kind of like melt down and burn up the bottom of the thing? To the point where the lady, she was like, oh, I don't know what this is, but I can't get it out. Bitch, I knew what it was as soon as I saw that shit. I said, oh, that bitch was in there doing mirror magic, because she was right in front of the fucking vanity. I said, oh, and got fucking spooked. Okay? I'm trying to tell you, there's people out here playing with other people, and they don't know nothing about nothing about nothing about nothing. And then they swear you're doing something to them, but it's just in their mind. A lot of people are out here fucking crazy, and they can't process their own fucking energy, and they swear something wrong with you. And you be like, girl, if you don't leave me alone, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know nothing about none of that. Because me, I don't fucking fool with shit that I know nothing about. When I first started this tarot shit, I had this lady who was telling me like, you should start it. You should start your channel, to the point where it was getting like crazy. And I felt like she was trying to like attack me, like bully me into doing this shit. And I was like, just let me process it. How she was like, but you're gifted. You're wasting time. You could be making so much money. I said, no, I have to do it the way I want to do it. I can't do it because I know I could get money. Bitch, are you crazy? And see, I did it the right way. Some motherfuckers, they don't do their research. They just be jumping head first and then figure some shit out later. It's giving me the type of energy. It's like shoot first and then ask questions later. No, bitch. No. Okay? So I don't know what these motherfuckers been doing, what they been tapping into, and you could always tell, though, when motherfuckers ain't living right, because they always going through some shit. Always. I mean, they're always going through some shit. Always. Always. It never fails. And I'm not saying we're not gonna go through some stuff, but we don't go through half the shit that they go through. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, how? Didn't your spirit team, your guides, your God, and they love talking about, oh, God told me. God ain't tell you to do that shit. God did not tell you to do that. And if they did, why the fuck you didn't ask why? Why would I do that? Oh, because you don't question God? Well, that's how you know you don't know God, because you need to ask questions. You have to ask questions. There's no way somebody gonna tell me to go harm that person. Why? I don't even know them. And why would God tell you to harm anyone? See what I'm saying? And bitches be so fucking delusional, and they swear you doing something to them. And it's like, bitch, and I always tell y'all, when y'all think y'all out here dibbling and dabbling and doing stuff to people, yes, certain energies can attack certain people who are of a low vibration. But especially if you don't know these people's history, you don't know what these people are into, you don't know how these people are really living, okay? You will fuck around and find out you be doing that shit to yourself, and you think you be doing it to somebody else. And it's just a matter of time before you realize, oh shit. Okay? Oh shit. It's like a boomerang. But for me, I feel like that shit just hover. I don't think that shit go anywhere. Just like with the mistletoe. Remember you just said love underneath the mistletoe? Yeah. I don't feel like that shit goes anywhere. It's just like your halo, your crown. That shit sits on your head. Certain people can see it and certain people can't. I remember I told you I went to the gas station and the man was like, I like your... He called it something. And I'm like, okay. But I have my scarf on, my white scarf. So I was like, okay. But when I Googled, like looked up what the word meant spiritually in the etymology, it meant crown. And I was like, holy shit. This man had on full white car. It was given some type of like, I don't know if he was like a reaper or an angel. It was insane. The man had a full white car, white suit. He had even like a cane. That shit was the illest shit at the gas station. I will never forget that shit. So you got to be careful, okay? Some of y'all have protection, and sometimes they just got to touch down and let you know, like, bitch, I'm here. And you'll be like, okay. You'll see some people, and they'll talk to you. You'll be like, why the fuck is that person even talking to me? Your spirit team, your spirit guide. It's like they just needed to, you heard that? It's just like they needed to put their fucking eyes on you. You hear me? Y'all better tap in. Be careful who y'all put y'all fucking mouth on, okay? All right now. All right, so I already said somebody resorts to some type of bullshit ritual. Yeah, someone is just crazy. I'm just telling you, crazy. Okay, somebody needs to go get their head checked, literally. Okay? I said somebody could be like trapped in some type of Neptunian energy. Consistently drowning, yet you're the problem. Okay? So I don't know who this is. This person could just have entities on them and they don't even understand it or realize it. Something about 20 large box braids. You guys could be getting that, or you're thinking about getting it, or you have it. Okay, and it looks good too. It's better than sitting there and getting all them. Remember I told you I was going to start doing the braiding and stuff, but child, I have to like really prepare myself. So y'all might have to prepare yourself to do something. Something about a pea coat with gold buttons. Okay, either a Burberry trench, a pink one, or a red one. I don't even know if they have pink ones, but I feel like some of y'all is gonna be so abundant that y'all could just get custom shit. Okay, so tap in. Something about gargoyles too. Okay, and hellhounds. I don't know if this is what they're calling up on, or this is what's haunting these people or taunting them, but these motherfuckers are seeing some shit they had no business dibbling it. Bitch, I can, and I just pulled it out the bottom. All I did was just pull it out. So there's some type of trickery happening, and I don't think it's happening in your life unless you're the one dibbling and dabbling. Okay, so tap in. We about to get into it. And then I said, congratulations. Somebody could be having a baby shower today. Congrats. Okay, it's going to turn out beautiful. Something about 1932 and 1957. Somebody, you could be 19 and somebody else could have been 57, or flip the roles. Okay, you could be 57 and something could have happened when you were 19. Same thing with 32. I didn't look these numbers up, but I will, and I'll come back on another live because you know how everything always intertwined anyway. Some of y'all could be reading a lot of romance novels or romance mystery, or you could be writing novels or short stories. You could be publishers, auditors, proofreaders, or you know what I'm saying, something like that. All right, some of y'all could even do You know what I found out, bitch? I said these motherfuckers. So when you see these motherfuckers on here and they be acting like just because I wanted to say, what would I heard this person say this shit and I was like, holy shit. And they said, oh man, I don't want to mess this shit up. They said, it said just because you see confidence, that doesn't mean intelligence or something like that, bitch. I hope I didn't screw that up. And I was like, holy shit. There's a lot of motherfucking people out here who are confident, but they are not intelligent. Okay? They just look the part. And that's what people do. The first thing they do is get their appearance together. All right? And that's how, you know what I'm seeing Focus with Will Smith and that blonde chick. And remember how they was robbing people, scamming people? Be careful. A lot of people gonna be found out. They just, I told you, motherfuckers don't really change after high school. All they do is get a little bit more cheddar, okay? And a better position to run their bullshit even stronger. You hear me? All right. And then there are some people who are very intelligent and use that to the benefit of them. So they try to talk at you or they try to insult you indirectly or sneak this or fearmonger or warn you or, you know, and you like, damn, bitch. Like, then you the way, and then you're listening and you're like, especially if you don't understand, especially if you're older and you like, damn, this bitch sound mad. Like, what's wrong with her? But little kids who are coming on here listening to this, they be like, oh my God, if I don't do this and this and this, and watch y'all fucking kids, okay? Because these motherfuckers out here and they twisting y'all kids up, down, and all the fucking round, okay? All right now. Something about a new hire, you could have got a new job. Congratulations. Or you will be. Somebody's name could be Rita, okay? Something about the ices. Maybe you've been enjoying it. It's the summertime, especially where I'm at. Something about 844. I'm going to look these numbers up and then I'll come back on another reading and tell y'all. Also, 815 could be significant. That could be, you know, that could be coming up. This could be your birthday. You could be a Scorpio, Aries, Leo energy. These could be your houses. You could have placements. This could be your birthday. Or this is a time, AM or PM, a month of birth, an appointment, or a code of some sort. Okay? Label. This could be a street name, or this could be the time of death or time of birth, or this could be when you having that baby shower. You could be finding out on this day you are pregnant, or bitch, I cannot make it up. Look, miracle. And I just say you could be finding out that you're pregnant. Okay, so congratulations. Yeah, some of y'all are glowing up and getting more opportunities. Because remember, I told you, yes, look, the truth. A lot of people like beautiful things, so they're going to be attracted to people who look the part, who talk, who walk. But a lot of these motherfuckers are bitter. They're mad. They're upset. They're still holding on to some type of grudge. They're unhealed. And they want to come and tell you they read a couple of books. Okay? Some of them could have went to school. But I noticed that a lot of motherfuckers who are in high positions are the ones who need the most healing. Okay, because they don't have no compassion. They don't have no care. It's like they flipping and they flip out. Flipping and they flip out. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. You have two sides. But it seemed like somebody's so much more on the angrier side all the time. It's always some type of tension or some type of hiccup or some type of misfortune. It's always somebody attacking them. And I feel like you're going to be attacked. But if you really know who the fuck you are, if you really stand firm in your position and you understand, you might feel a little turbulence. It won't be as bad as these motherfuckers want you to feel like it is. You understand? Especially when you on the up and up, you're doing your work, you're cleansing, you're clearing. And I'm not saying things ain't gonna happen, but that shit is not gonna get you the way they would want it or anticipate it for you to get it. You understand? So this is just motherfuckers who you can tell they not sure about their own energy. They fucking scary as hell. Okay? Scary as hell. And it's like, how are you that powerful, or how are you That's securing your guys, that you feel like these people are doing these things to you. They not doing a motherfucking thing to you. You doing that shit to yourself because you keep saying that somebody's doing something to you, and then you want to counteract the shit because you see this person still standing strong and, you know, doing good. So you take it upon yourself to go do something, but you're not doing it to anybody. You're only doing it to you. So you see what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of confusion and contradiction. Like, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Type energy. Let me see what y'all saying, and then I'm going to move on because I only got 20%. I know I do this shit every time. But judgment and 20% go a long way if you think about it. Remember those other lives that I did and I got like a whole hour and it was only on 20%. So it all depends. Something could go out quickly or something, all about the energy. Oh. Okay, let me see. I read that. I read all of that, okay. Yeah, you just got to clear your energy. Oh, okay. You're welcome. Thank you, Gazelle. Let me see what else. Wow. Oh, and got so crazy. Wanted to harm her. And I'm telling you, remember I said that yesterday? I said that shit can get real dangerous. Real dangerous, this influencer shit. People see you and they get obsessed. And they'll send you a message, you don't respond. They wanna, it's giving me like Eminem type energy. So this could just be somebody who is like very obsessed with you. And you don't even know them. You know? Oh, she said she just got in a fight with her neighbor. And they are crazy. I done seen neighbors like, I saw this one man like say this is the this is the driveway, right? This is the driveway. The dude put his shit just like that, and it's not the garbage can, and it's not even touching his driveway. Do you know this motherfucker took both the garbages and threw them out in front of the dudes in the middle of the street, and then threw the garbage can? Yeah, look. Somebody's loose. Like, I'm telling you, you gotta stay away from them people. Oh my God. A lot of those mothers, they need to do some healing work themselves. Wide open. Yeah, they just miserable. Waved her around, she zoomed past me. Yeah. They're crazy. They're losing their shit. Can they get your boyfriend to hate you? Of course. Especially if they are a low vibration. You know what I noticed? A lot of the times that shit bounce off of you, especially if you're high vibing, it will bounce off of you and hit everybody else around you. Or they'll just send an attack to your home. You understand? Because I can always tell when my children are being attacked. Because both of them get sick at the same damn time and they are in two different spaces. And it's like I could have felt myself like trying, but I'm like, nah. You know, I could always tell. And it's like back to back. And I'm like, these motherfuckers take vitamins. They don't eat half the shit. You know what I'm saying? So why would they be sick? And then you take them to the doctor and the doctor's like, there's nothing wrong with them. Maybe it's just a viral. And I'm like, there ain't no cough or cold, but they, you know, you can tell they have ailments. It's crazy. Energy is a real fucking thing. And then after that, after I started realizing that's what was happening, I started like really covering my kids. So my kids are good now. But before, when I first started, that's why I'm like, no, I have to do this shit right, because You don't be knowing, and you just can't jump into something because you'll get fucked up. Here you go again, Jen. I'm gonna let you rock. I ain't even gonna waste my time today, love. Anywho, let me block you because it seems like you be spamming my fucking chat. Yeah, bye-bye. All right, y'all. Let's tap in. Let's see. Let me see if there's anything on the back. Oh, something about you could be finding out that you could have inherited a haunted house or some type of haunted item or artifacts from your grandparent. You could have recently received something from like a family member, and that shit is haunted. Okay? Right? It's haunted. You could have found out your grandfather was a maniac or like some type of serial killer, and he used to like do like experiments on people and do shows and shit and surgeries and yeah, as celebrations, but it wasn't good. You could be finding this out, and you could be inheriting some type of property or something, and it's just like, what is going on? It's always some creaking. It's just a little bit of uncomfortability. It just seems eerie, you know? Yeah. So let's tap in. 857 could be significant as well. That could be a time. Maybe that's an appointment or a synchronicity you've been seeing. Okay. 8, Scorpionic. Something could be ending after some type of enlightenment. Yeah. Air sign. You could be outside and catching a lot of downloads as well. 323 could be significant also. 3250. Yeah. A lot of y'all are being initiated. Okay, a lot of y'all are being initiated, but there was some type of karmic justice that had to be cleared out. There go that water energy. Yeah, a lot of water references. Yep, some of you guys are warriors, and it's like your spirit team could have even needed you to like step back into your power. You know, yeah, some of y'all like to socialize and go out a lot, and maybe that's how you get your messages. You know, you might go all out and you can sit quietly in a room of people, and maybe you just like to observe. That's how you get your messages and your downloads, or that's what's been happening lately and you can't understand it, or maybe you just have a lot going on in your head and you go out just to like try to calm or quiet the noise, or well, the noise in your head. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Visions. You could be getting visions. You could be hella psychic. When I tell you hella psychic, and that shit could be scaring you, so you need to cleanse, you need to purge, you need to really, really control your energy. You need to meditate. You need to do, and don't medicate. Smoking, drinking, don't do that shit, because that shit will have you topple even more. Okay? Yeah, what's this? Yeah, some of y'all just maybe like need a vacation. Take some time. Take a spa day for yourself, you know? It very much so helps. People don't understand. It helps. Okay? This shit can get really scary, but this shit can be absolutely amazing if you do it the right way. You know? Yeah. And everything is not going to be peaches and cream. But you have to notice, like, those darknesses that you see is something that's either on your bloodline or something that needs to be rectified. And people are scared of the fucking dark. Scared of the dark. But if you know how, I'm telling you, some people are scared to close their eyes. But when you really tapped in, when you close your eyes, that's when the lights go on. You hear me? That shit is beautiful. You can't be scared, though. Because you'll scare yourself out of something beautiful. And at first, when I was talking to that lady and I was telling her a certain thing, she said, you have a gift. I saw it the first day I met you at school. Because I met her at school. She was like, I knew you was powerful the first day I saw you. You know what I'm saying? And she said, I even tested you and you hit it right on the nail, but you didn't know. I said, wow. She was like, I said something to you and you responded exactly the way. So there could be a lot of witches out here who is right in your motherfucking face and you don't even know it. Okay, so you got to be careful. That's why I said work on you. The best thing you can do is work on you. Start, before you even dibble and dabble in tarot, start with your birth chart. Start there. Go get you, go to the library. Start with the library. Get you some books on astrology. And don't just be doing shit. Always speak to your spirit team. Ask your guides to guide you and lead you to what it is that you need to know. Pull your birth chart and start working on the different houses and see how the planets align with you. Every day, check the planets and Google what it means. If you know what I'm saying. Yeah, Google what it means. But work on you. Work on you. Yeah, it's 23 of y'all in here and I only got 16 likes. And y'all watching, so why y'all don't tap in? Why y'all don't like the video so it can circulate more? I know I need to get back on here earlier because this is not my time. Yeah, be careful what type of agreements you're coming in with certain people and certain things. You can't subscribe to everything. You know? Yeah, you might feel like it's inspiration, but what are they dibbling and dabbling behind the scenes with the medicine? You don't want to get sick off of somebody else's energy. This could be a masculine. Okay? Yeah. Master yourself. Master your movements. How you build certain things. How you cultivate certain things. And you know, some people, they just want a quick fix. You know, and don't let them do a little ritual and call in some money. Now they really start dibbling in some shit. Okay? This could even be somebody who's a hypocrite who dibbles and dabbles, and then they talk about people who do this. So this could be like a closet witch. Okay? Papa! Oh, you scared me. See what I'm saying? 7:34 on the clock over here. He in there drinking the water challenge, scrunching up the damn bottle. I can't even do it properly. Scared the hell out of me. I thought somebody was coming through the window. You good? All right. You sure? You slept good? All right. Let's get into it, y'all. Y'all seen how I turned around like, what the fuck? Shit. I be telling my spirit team, like, don't just be popping up and shit. Don't. Because you know you be seeing stuff out the corner of your eye. You be like, what the fuck? Fuck. You get spooked. That shit will spook you, yeah. But if you really tap into your mental, like, get really strong in your conviction and know your own energy and know how to command some shit, you'll be good. But you can't be out here just listening to everybody, doing everybody fucking spell. Their spell is their spell. You know what I'm saying? You don't mess around and cause yourself more challenges than you are of helping. You hear me? Listen, one thing you can always tell the followers from the fucking leaders, baby. There's one thing I never needed nobody to do no. I never had to go to nobody and say, oh, could you do this? Nah. Because you don't know who they calling up on. You don't know who they worshiping. I remember when I first started on this YouTube shit, and I remember bitches that be all talking about they God now. Them bitches was talking about they don't believe in no God. And yeah, they will bind a bitch up. They will shut a bitch up. They will jar a bitch up. I remember. I fucking remember. And I said, look at these bitches now. Look at them now talking about, oh, the only way is God and da-da-da-da-da-da. And I just be like, look at these fucking hypocrites. They're going to go with whatever the fuck is trending to get that dollar. And I said, man, I would hate to be a fly on the wall. Okay? I would hate to be a fly on the wall when that shit come crumbling down. You hear me? All right now. So when you think you out here doing something to somebody, you better thread lightly. Thread fucking lightly. Okay? All these people doing all these spells and shit, talking about just contact me, I'll do this and this and that for you. I could get whatever binding work off of you. Whatever you need to do for yourself, you could do it for yourself. You don't need nobody to do it for you. Nobody to do it for you. Nobody. You hear me? All right now. You ever notice when you cry? They're still on the bottom. You ever notice when you cry how some shit shake? I remember one time I was crying in here. I was so fucking mad, yo. I was so mad. All I could do was cry. I'm telling you, all I could do was fucking cry. When I tell you the candle fucking broke, Mm-hmm. You don't have to be abracadabra nobody. You don't have to do none of that. A lot of y'all spirit team, they do not like to see you cry. Okay? I'm trying to tell you, especially when you don't bother nobody. And I'm telling you, people will see you and they will target you, especially if they have like a platform like how I have one, and they will have the whole fucking platform coming up against you, yo. Just because they hate you. They hate how you look. They hate your energy. They hate to fucking see you. Oh, that bitch is doing something. She's doing X, Y, and Z. Oh man, I don't know. And she's there trying to guide and lead people. Y'all should bang on her page. But this is the type of individual who will tell you to do something to someone else indirectly. And you won't even know that. And if you're not strong willed, you'll be like, why the fuck is she telling people to do that? And people will go and do it, feel like they're defending so-and-so's honor, not even knowing they're being used. You see what I'm saying? Tap in. Shit, you better tap in, yeah. And they sit back and patiently wait and watch. And this is still on the bottom. So you have to be careful because you going to get your ass bust. She going to get it too, but it's going to be a blowback on you. Because she, first thing, you ever notice how people do something or their friends and they'll be like, well, just like, for instance, remember the water? Remember how those kids left that little black boy in the lake or something over there? He couldn't swim and the family had to come and get him and help him paddle back. First thing they going to say is, we didn't tell you to go over there, but you brought me over there and you left me over there. And the first thing they're going to say, well, we didn't tell him to go there. We didn't tell him to do that. But you told him y'all were going there. He wanted to come. You asked him if he wanted to come. You understand? And then you left him over there knowing he couldn't swim. You understand? So you still have some type of obligation to make sure he gets back safely, right? Nope. First thing I'm going to say, I didn't do it. I didn't tell him to do that. But you didn't tell him not to either. You didn't tell him to be careful. You didn't tell him to sit down and think about something before he made any move. That's why I tell y'all. I could tell y'all all day how to do things. Y'all are grown-ups, hopefully. You should be 18 or older if you're over here. And y'all gonna do what y'all want to do anyway. And this is why I told you I stopped playing with people and I started charging motherfuckers. Because I could be on here talking to y'all for hours. Helping y'all figure out what to do, how to do it. And they go and do the opposite and then want to come back and tell me they didn't listen. How can they fix it? Bitch, I can't help you. I can't help you. And the first one, you could have got a pass. The first one was a pass, so you got a freebie. You didn't utilize it the way you were supposed to, not my problem. You come back after I told you what to do the first time, you're not going to waste no more of my time. I'm going to charge you. You understand? Look, I'm going to charge you. And y'all seen it fall out. We don't have time to be playing with people. I especially don't. I definitely don't. Okay? I definitely don't. So let's get into it. Yeah. Visions. Some of y'all just too focused on a twin flame or connection when the rest of your life is going to shit. You need to focus on that. Focus on you to understand why is it that you keep running into these same loops and cycles that are not helping you elevate. You got to change your habits, change your ways, change your mindset. You know what I'm saying? And that's the first thing to start. They always say, how can I da-da-da-da-da-da? Start with you. I can tell you everything you need to do, but if you don't do it, then it won't be done. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, look, a lot of success is supposed to be here for y'all, but some of y'all not listening. Some of y'all not listening. And y'all keep tipping the scales. Okay? Allowing your enemies to fucking fuck with your mental, fuck with your money, fuck with your energy. And y'all gonna fall short every time. Yeah, feminine. Some of y'all could have been in solitude or hiding. Okay? Some of y'all have testimonies y'all need to be talking about. Okay? And some of y'all are in isolation because you allow somebody to do something for you, or you done did something fucking around with some shit you know nothing about. Because you have to remember, when you getting these people to do something for you, okay, or using something that somebody told you to use to do X, Y, and Z. So now you calling up on your people, right? They already called up on their people to make sure that this shit hit, right? So now you got them over there on whatever they called on. Now you got your people over here. What if you and them, your people and their people don't favor? You see what I'm saying? Now it's a whole bunch of mix up, and then hopefully you're cleansing and doing whatever you need to do to make sure, you know, you don't know if that person was cleansing or clearing or did what they needed to do first. Okay? Now you have, and then you don't know if that person is angry or happy or sad or was going through some debacle when they was doing the shit or making the shit. Listen, it's just like food. You could always, you ever notice when you go somewhere and you be like, oh my God, this food is so fucking good. This shit make me feel so good. And then other times you go, you be like, that motherfucker must have been mad when he made this shit today. You know? Energy's a real thing. So just imagine. You don't know if the motherfucker been mad that day when they was pouring that little bit of liquid or, you know, making that candle. And you go burn that shit and now there's a whole bunch of fucking debacle in your house. And you like, but I didn't even do anything. All I did was light the candle. And you don't think it's the candle. You think it's everything else. You think it's your kids. You swear somebody's sending you energy. No, it's that fucking energy sitting right in your fucking face. That's why I used to do that shit. When I first started, I used to buy shit too. I used to buy that stuff. And when I tell you I threw all that shit out, because I realized energy is a real thing. So I'm like, before I even allow anybody else's energy, because you don't know how they live, and you don't know if they're going through something with their boyfriend. You don't know if they're going through something with their girlfriend. You don't know if they're having trouble in their home. You don't know if there's trouble in their workspace. You don't know what's going on in them energetically and who else they're allowing. And a lot of these bitches love telling you, oh, fuck all that third party shit. And they be somebody fucking somebody's husband. They be out here drinking and drugging and doing, I'm about to drinking and drugging. They don't want me talking about that shit. They're out here drinking and drugging and doing everything they telling you not to fucking do. Okay? And then now they want to talk about they want to, bitch, you can't pour a motherfucking thing for me. You can't spell a motherfucking thing. You can't do nothing for me, love. Nothing. Okay? They got a nigga in and out, running them ragged. They out here taking care of niggas, running behind niggas. You be seeing some shit. You know how it go. They got anger problems. They be quick to this and this and that. They be popping pussy. Oh, you know what my son was like? Mommy, remember that song? And I don't know why. It just so happened we were watching the video. And I'm like, damn, bad parenting on that part. But he knew, right? That's not something we just say and do. But it was just so funny because we thought she was really going to bust out in song. And she was like, I was down by the river, river. I was down by the river. I was popping that ass. I was popping that pussy. I was getting that cash. When I tell you we fell out in here, so you have to be careful. Because we really thought it was going to be like a just, you know, it was a bop, but not the bop we were expecting. So be careful. I don't know why I'm on here talking about this, but I guess somebody on this bitch needed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, look, somebody been seeing. And maybe y'all been questioning yourself like, because I know sometimes I come on here and I wig out a little bit, but I don't be doing half the shit that these bitches be doing. You know what I'm saying? I just be really happy and I be a whole vibe. I be in here really having a good time by myself. When you could hang out by yourself, that's when you get the most wisdom, the most knowledge, the most information, and things will be clear for you. You don't need nobody to come into your shit fucking with your stuff. And then people be like, yo, the way you like to be by yourself needs to be studied. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that I don't like people. Okay, but motherfuckers got a lot of secrets. It's not that I don't like people. It's just that I just feel more comfortable by myself. You know what I'm saying? Because then somebody gonna come in here. They not living right. They gonna change up the whole energy. And they be lying. And I just be so tired of niggas lying. I be so tired of niggas just not being who the fuck they say they are. You know what I'm saying? So I just be like, you know what? I'm gonna just be by myself until I'm not, you know? Yeah. Child, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. And I notice when I'm around certain people, I see every single thing that they got going on. And it's just like, what the fuck you be out there doing? Look, I'm trying to tell you. So why would I subject myself to somebody who I know is not doing right, living right? No, you're going to be like, fuck it. I'm going to just be over here until, yeah, I'm going to be over here. I'm trying to tell you until something else might pass through. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So let's carry on. What y'all saying in the chat, child? I don't know what is going on with y'all today, but I hope that was helpful. Girl, right? Yeah. Hi from Papa New Guyana. Nice. My auntie had this friend from Guyana. She loved her. Good message on point. Thanks, love. You too. All right, let's go. What fell out? Soulmate. This was coming out since yesterday. All right, let me get some messages for the collective. It says accurate. Everything I'm saying is accurate, on point. Okay? I guess that's all I needed to say. Let's see what... Did I tell y'all the time? It's 9:23 a.m. and it's July 18, 2026, Saturday. Okay? So something is over. Y'all did a reset. I told y'all, remember I came here and I said, I don't know what y'all did between yesterday and today. I don't know if y'all timeline jumped or y'all caught a motherfucking clue or something. Maybe you did a cleansing or a purging or you just took a day for yourself. But you see, it went from 9 to 2 to 3. So something is moving in synchronicity. Something is definitely syncing up, you know? Yeah, I'm very accurate in what I'm saying. Now let's read. I got my new phone, y'all. I got another phone. Another one. Okay? I got another one yesterday. But I can't get in the email now, so the phone could ring. But I gotta go to the Apple store. I'm so sick of these fucking iPhones. But I know it is Mercury retrograde, so I was like, you know what? It'll be all over next week, so I'll just wait. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so it says correct, conforming exactly as needed, perfect, faithful, representing or describing truth, performing with care and precision. So I'm hitting this shit on the head today. I don't know who this needs to be for, but this one's for you, love. Okay? This is for you. Right? So yeah, somebody could have been like had questions. Tell me if I'm going to be able to keep my dog, and tell me if I'm going to. That's not how you come in here asking for something, Tania. That's not gonna work, love. How you doing? Hello, top of the AM to you as well. I'm telling you, Audacity is just running rapid out this bitch. I'm telling you, people feel like you're obligated to do something for them. No. You have no obligation to anyone but to yourself. This soulmate, there's a soulmate coming in. Let's see what else. Get excited. I'm trying to tell you. Y'all see me pull it. I'm hitting today, baby. It says feeling very happy. Looking forward to something, joy. Okay, gratefulness, amazing feelings, enthusiastic, overwhelming bliss and euphoria. I can't make it up. Y'all see me coming here. And I told y'all Christmas in New York. Did I not? Christmas in New York. Okay, bitch, they coming to New York. So I guess mine's is coming. Because I'm in New York, bitch. I meant to say Christmas in July. But I said Christmas in New York. There's a movie, one of my favorite movies was Autumn in New York. Oh, I love that movie. So something is happening now. Maybe Christmas time is your favorite time. Okay? This could have been, the person could have been obsessed with you since Christmas. Or they've been gunning for you since Christmas. Okay? Yeah, look, with the target here. Somebody could have been targeting you since Christmas. because you made them look at themselves. Okay, you could have made them take off some type of rose colored glasses. Look, with the black and white here, and then look, you could have stripped this person down bare. Okay, you could have made this person feel exposed or naked. And this is what they've been gunning for you. So somebody could have been experimenting on you. And for me to say the whole thing about the grandfather, and you could be finding out that this person was like a maniac, not necessarily, or a family member of some sort. They could have been calling up on some type of elder or dead, not knowing they were only doing something to them. Okay, because maybe whoever they called upon, your ancestors was like, oh, okay, I see I'm gonna have to make a pit stop, for me to tell y'all about the dude at the gas station. Because literally it is a pit stop. Like, you coming up off the highway, you come into the town, the gas station's right there, you get your gas. And I literally just went, and I don't know, I got up out my bed just to go get gas, bitch. I thought it was the weirdest shit, and I'm like, I don't even remember why I did that. I think I was going somewhere, but the gas station is right here. I had to go all the way down to that one, to the main, like the beginning of the city. So y'all might be doing certain things and being guided and led because you're gonna see something or someone that, you just know is not from here. It's like going to it's like being on a road trip and you stop somewhere, you're like, yo, this shit is mad eerie in here. Like, I'm like, how is this? You ever been somewhere and it's just like, this shit is in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like, there's no one here for miles. Like, why would they put something right here? And it don't even seem like it's functionable to, because it's not really there. You done jumped into a timeline. Okay, it's like your ancestors and your spirit team knew you had to pee really bad and you manifested a place, and bitch, you jumped. Tap in and then tap out. You ever look back sometimes and you be like, I don't even see it. Like, where did it go? You peep game, think about it. And we tend to forget, especially when you were little kids. And then you'll even tell your parents like, oh, I saw, and they're like, you ain't see nothing. Ain't nobody out here. And you're like, I saw X, Y, and Z. And they will talk you down, like argue you down, like, you ain't see that. You did not see that, but you saw it. So a lot of us forget. They say your imagination, it dwindles after a while. Remember that movie? Oh man, I don't even remember. And the guy, he brought all the kids when they turned 12, especially the ones that were really powerful, like architects, and they can build cities and they can dream and create. They were under attack, and he brought all of them to a school to teach them. And as soon as they came in, you know how you have to do an intake or evaluation? And they came in and he tests everybody's imagination. And if some were like 12, some were like 80, 55, and that's to 100. And they said as you get older, it gets lower and lower. And one girl, she was very powerful, but she's stopped believing because, and I know they said believe is not real, but I'm just giving it y'all in the context to help y'all understand. They said she stopped believing because her mom passed away, or her dad. No, her dad passed away, but he didn't pass away. He was lost because he was magical as well, and they had kidnapped him. So she lost, her faith. So she stopped believing. She stopped dreaming. So they said we forget. We definitely forget. You ever go back, I'm not saying, I'm just saying, like, you ever notice, like, when you go to your mom's house or your dad's house or whatever, and they start showing you old stuff that you made for them, and you be like, oh shit, I didn't even know I did that. That type of energy. So some of y'all could just be coming back in, and some of y'all need to feed y'all inner child. Maybe your inner child loves Christmas, and something could have happened around Christmas that kind of like turned them down a little bit, And a lot of the times when passings come, it's around the holidays. And the shit is so savage because it'd be like 2 days before Christmas or a week before Thanksgiving, and you're like, fuck. Or a couple of days before their birthday. and you already done tapped out. You're like, I don't even want to fucking participate. Like, how can I celebrate and the person I love the most is gone, you know? So some of y'all could just be getting out of that. It could have had a passing. My condolences around Christmas. And maybe your spirit team is going to like bring back a little bit of joy, you know? So get excited, bitch. You know, and a lot of people start on this journey once somebody passed. And then they believe in psychics, then they believe in this, then they believe in that, and that prayer and that church is not cutting it. And here they come over to the dark side. You know what I'm saying? Word. And then they be like, holy shit. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes you have to wonder, like, maybe, and you don't want to be so big-headed, but you wonder, like, damn, I wonder if this person had to pass to help me get on my path, you know? Like a catalyst in a sense. Strange to say it like that, but you just never know. And then I always feel like when somebody close, I mean close knit, like your inner circle, especially within your home dynamic, like your mother, sister, cousin, like not even cousin, but like especially if you have like a tight knit cousin, but it's like the immediate family, like your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, whatever. When they pass, I feel like you had something really special to do. Like your mission was like top tier, right? And they were the only one that could have helped and guide you in the spirit because they had so much love for you, you know? That's how I feel. And there's you know, there was things you were going to come up against that you weren't going to be able to physically see, even though some of us could see, but you can't see everything. You don't know everything. And there's just some things that they were going to be able to handle for you. And they were the best person to be able to guide and help you. That's how I feel. Okay? Yeah. That's how I feel. Yeah. All right? And some of y'all are just like, I'm going to stop doing certain shit. And remember, a ritual could be anything. It could be brushing your teeth, washing your dishes. You know what I'm saying? You ever notice how sometimes you'll cry while you, or it's like a habit, like cleaning. You ever notice when, like for me, when I used to get upset, I start cleaning, bitch. When I be wiping walls, like that's when I get my bed, or I start, you know what I'm saying, writing some shit down, or I'll just start doing something. And your best creation comes from those type of, you know, energy, even though it seemed bad, but it's releasing, transmuting, to say the least. Yeah, transmuting. So a lot of y'all been doing rituals before y'all even knew what the fuck a ritual was. You brush your teeth every day, that's a ritual. You get up and drink your coffee every day is a ritual. When you sit down and you go outside, or you're sitting in your car and you're listening to a song and you're daydreaming, that's a ritual, bitch. You don't even know what you're putting out there, especially if you had a person that you daydreaming and shit, and you be like, yeah. You ever notice how sometimes you be sitting in your car or whatever the case may be, and you be thinking about somebody, and then you'll have like a whole scenario in your head, and then that person will come over and they'll do every single thing that you imagined that day, as if like y'all both were thinking about it, or thinking, or they say exactly what you were thinking, or the daydream or whatever. Bitch, that's a ritual. You're doing some shit energetically. So tap in. Yeah. So you don't need nobody extra sauce or energy on your shit. Tap into your own stuff. Okay? Put them pieces together yourself. I'm not saying don't get a little guidance or a little insight, but yeah, all you got to do, I got 10%. All you got to do is go by the water and reset. Reset. All right, what else for this excited and accurate? I see the message. Mastery. I cannot make this shit up. Look at that. Some of y'all just mastering y'all skills or tapping in. Yeah. School. And some of y'all realizing this shit is more like self. I wanted to say self something and the word slipped me. It's fine. Self-focus or self-renown or some shit like that. I don't know. Highly skilled, very accomplished, doing very well, expert, very experienced, knowing a lot about working on getting better on at something. Yes, some of y'all have just been really honing in on your own shit and y'all seeing the results. Okay? Now you could be of assistance to somebody else. And I'm not saying don't make your products and stuff if that's what you want to do. Yeah. But remember, have the best intention, okay? Because you would hate for something to backfire. And I always felt like that too. Like, what if you giving your shit? What if you're giving your stuff? And I don't mean to think like that, but that's how I think. Okay? What if you're giving your products to somebody who is dark? Now energies is intertwining. See what I'm saying? Now energies is intertwining. And then you just can't shake the shit because all your shit is out there. Your energy is just scattered. You know? But that's just me. And y'all know I cook. So I get it. You have to be of service. But that's why you have to be very intentional. And you have to make sure you clear. When you send the shit out, nothing can't be returned to you. But y'all definitely tapping in. It's giving top hat. It's giving magician, bitch. It's like get real excited because you done mastered yourself. And that's the energy I'm telling you, Christmas in July. The shit is coming back on the TV. It's like it's time for you to celebrate, bitch. I heard surprise. But it's from your spirit team. Look, I'm trying to tell you. So you might be thinking that you're going to have like some 3D party or something, but you could just be having a party in the ethers. You could have been being celebrated, you know what I'm saying? Or seeing a lot of celebration in the ethers. And you don't understand. You're like, well, who is this for? You, motherfucker, it's for you. This is dope. Accurate, excited, and mastery. So if you were asking a question, if you mastered something, you got it. You're definitely growing in your faith, in your energy. You have strong allies. You have strong allies in the spirit. Okay? You can see a lot of things. You might be seers. You might be able to see certain things, see how to help people relieve. You guys could be, what is that clear called? When you have the medical, I think it's a medical clear, where you can see the sickness on people. And you see right here look like germs for me. But these are the planets. You could have just graduated from like some type of soul school or spiritual school or magical school, you know, astrology or even like regular school. And some of y'all could incorporate, you could have did your dissertation on like spirituality and quantum physics and stuff like that. You could have did your whole dissertation on that. That's what's up. The planets, astrology, or just the spiritual realm. It's all right, love. But yeah. Y'all see me cut it. So let's go. I got 10%. If it cut off, I call back all my energy purified and cleansed and call back all yours. Call back everyone in my homes purified and cleansed until it cuts off. Okay? So let's see. I hope y'all have a beautiful, beautiful day. I hope this with the live was helpful. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Okay? You know what? Let me do these. I'm gonna let the phone charge and I'll come back on later. I have to there's this dumpster outside of my house and I want to throw some stuff in there. That shit is high up though. I don't know how I'm gonna get it up there. My fucking son, he going to work. So I'm gonna try to see if I could get one of the guys out there to help me. Yeah, some of y'all could have been burnt out for a long time. Or not understanding why you're so fucking tired and exhausted. It could have been something you had in your home. Could have been a watch. It could have been a book. You know what I'm saying? Not everything is of an energetic match for you. And I feel like some of y'all starting to realize that. You could automatically tell when something's not for you. And some things are going to get through the cracks. But once you notice it, you get rid of that shit, bitch. It's gonna be great. Yeah. Look, boundaries. Can't make it up. Can't make it up. Okay. I heard fire burn on the better learn. Some of y'all could have even got burnt. I've been getting rid of so much stuff. I accumulated. Yeah, you have to. Crystals. And it's funny because when I seen that lady clean up that girl room, she had incense. She had crystals. And I said, yeah, she was over there fucking with some shit. She had no business. And you think every crystal is not for everybody. Certain crystals can be a fucking detriment. That shit can harm you more than it can help. I told you there was this crystal I had, a white crystal. Damn, my toe is itching me. I don't know why. What's significance about that? Some of y'all could have a nerve damage. But crystal, you could be like medical empath. But crystal, there was this white crystal. I mean white crystal. I don't know what it was, but every single time I put it on, it felt like my hand was like it was like an anchor, you know? I started noticing it. Okay? It was just too much for my energy, you know? Yeah, secrets. Hidden. Somebody got hidden secrets. Okay? Even decorations and stuff, yeah. Everything. Clothes. Okay, that's why I tell you I don't wear nobody's clothes. I don't give away my clothes anymore. I don't give away my children's clothes. I remember my baby. I had gave most of his baby clothes away. And I'm telling you, I gave most of his baby clothes away. The next month, my baby got hit by a car. So you got to be careful because niggas don't be right. And you can't mix and mingle your energy with their shit. And I know you want to help. And I know people, it could be of use, but to who? It could be of use to who? Because you don't know what they worshiping. They don't know if the energy, and I'm telling you, it's like somebody could pick up your scent. You know what I'm saying? It's like a hound or a dog. Remember I came and said something about a hellhound? They pick up your scent and it's like they gunning for you ever since. It's like they want blood or, you know what I'm saying? It's like they got to have you or they got to harm you or they got to hurt you. So be careful because you got some rare gifts out here. A lot of y'all are very rare. And y'all been mixing and mingling and mucking around with certain motherfuckers you shouldn't even double take on. You shouldn't even look back at. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry to say it like that, but it's true. And when y'all start waking up, as a lot, especially these young girls, I be seeing it and I'm like, damn, only if they knew. You know what I'm saying? When they get older. Like nobody told me when I was younger. Nobody told me when I was younger. And I'm like, damn, nobody told me I had to take collagen. Nobody told me I had to take, I mean, I knew I had to take vitamins, but nobody told me like all of this was going to start getting loose and all of this shit. If you don't take collagen, you'll lose collagen. Like once you leave 20, you losing that shit like rapid. Yo, so much thing go on with the body of the feminine body to be out here just giving yourself to these raggities. Oh, girl, if I could turn back the hands of time, bitch, niggas wouldn't even look. I mix up the cards. Niggas wouldn't even see me, bitch. You hear me? That's why they don't see me now. For real. And then you wonder why some niggas be so obsessive and you be like, oh, it can't be love. No, it's your essence. It's your energy. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm telling you, I be thinking that these niggas love you. Nah, they just love the energy that you come with. And you might not think you're like, oh, this nigga love me. He was just, you know, talking crazy. If I catch you with anybody else. Nah, bitch. It's your energy. I catch you where they're giving away. And they talking about giving away my pussy. It ain't pussy power. Remember? Man, this shit goes so deep. You'll be surprised. You know? You'll be surprised. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. I hope I don't get banged on. Because I notice when my readings be like good, Them niggas be saying there's like sexual stuff on here or nudity or they be like profanity. And I'm like, when I be cursing crazier in the other readings, they don't say nothing. But certain ones, they be banging on. Like that other reading I did, they banged on me talking about explicit. And I'm like, I ain't even cursed the way I needed to fucking curse in that shit. What is that? Is that a bump? Oh, well. But, yeah. Yeah. Thrifting. I only thrift for, like, furniture and stuff. But I stopped that shit. I stopped that shit. Yeah. And then your energy just started to clear. It's too much, yeah. I'm telling you, I didn't know half the shit I know until I started really, you know. Same thing with the friends and stuff. When you see that y'all dressing alike and shit, and it's like, whose idea is that? You know, you don't even realize how it could be like a destiny swap or you know, and sometimes people don't even realize they're doing the shit. I used to tell you, I used to have this friend, she used to be like, come to my house, and I'd be like, oh, okay. And mind you, she had steps, she ain't had no elevator. And I'd be like, okay, I'm walking down the street now, start coming downstairs. Bitch, I would get there and she would be still upstairs, talking about come up. Why? Go upstairs, she'll see what I'm wearing, and then she'd be like, oh, I'm gonna change. And I'm like, why? She was like, oh, because you have on all of that and I have on this. Bitch, I literally had on a crop top and some cut up jeans. Like, why do you need to look like what I'm looking like? You know what I'm saying? Peep game. And y'all might think it's all innocent and shit, but no, there's some jealousy there. There's some wanting to be like you there. There's some copycat energy, like, you know? You got to be careful. I remember we were supposed to go on like a trip. We were supposed to go on a 5th grade trip. And we were going to medieval times. You remember back in the day, that was the trip, medieval times. That's just how old I am. I don't know. I know y'all kids is like, medieval time? What the fuck is that? Yeah, they would have a place over in Long Island and everybody would go and we would eat. Well, I didn't go because I was sick. But medieval time, and I said I wanted to go. And I was telling my friend, my best friend, I said, I want to get one of those hats. You know, those hats that go up and then they got the sheer. Sure enough, I had got chicken pox. How convenient. I got chicken pox when we had to go on a trip. And do you know that motherfucker came back with the fucking pink hat that I said I wanted with the frilly? So be careful. And it's so funny. I ran into her on TikTok. And I didn't understand it, but I understand it now. And she said to me, oh, are you married? No, first she said, any kids, any this, any that. Like, we were talking good. And then the last question she asked me, she was like, are you married? And once I told her the answer, she never called back. Never called back. She don't like none of my pictures, but she was on my fucking TikTok. What was the point of you being on there? What was the point of you talking to me? What was the point of you connecting if... And it's funny because she came across my TikTok and I was like, is that so-and-so? And I hit her up like, holy shit. But it, you know what I'm saying? It didn't matter whether we connected or not. You know what I'm saying? I just was like, oh, what's the odds of this whole TikTok world? She was on my shit. And she asked me 3 questions. How many kids you have? Where do you live? And are you married? And that was it. So be careful. Because niggas will tell you in your face without telling you in your face how they really truly feel about you. Okay? And you can always see the frauds and the fakes. And they feel, you know, they see what you're doing. And they won't fuck with you because they know you're going to know their nasty little dirty secrets. You understand? I'm from New York. Yeah, Joy. Joy Powers. Hey, Joy. Yeah, I'm from New York. I live in New York. Not the city, but I live in New York. I grew up in the Bronx, though. I did. I grew up in the Bronx. I went to school in the Bronx. I went to Kennedy High School. I went to Mushaloo High School, elementary, middle school, and I went to PS 78. They got everyone thinking casual sex culture is good. It's not, and normal, but they passing. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay. And motherfuckers seen you from birth that you had a whole lot of potential, and they start to slowly but surely. And I'm telling you, I had cousins. Them niggas used to torture me, bitch. You hear me? They used to call me all sorts of shit. They used to call me a Jesus lizard. Bitch, I don't even know what that is. But I'm like, it can't be cute. Okay? It can't be fucking cute. Okay? They used to call me yellow yam. Man, they used to fucking taunt me. Because you can say certain things. So they had to make you, they had to separate you, they had to exclude you, they had to throw you in isolation. And I'm telling you, half of the school, when I went to PS 78, half of the fucking school were my cousins, and nobody knew that. The only time niggas knew that half of the school was my cousins, or I had so much people who had my back, was when I got the fighting, bitch. Anytime I got the fighting, because bitches thought like, oh, because I was light-skinned and my cousins was dark-skinned. So they automatically assume, oh, she don't have nobody here. Oh, you thought wrong. My cousins own half the block up the street. You got the game fucked up. Okay? Okay? Yeah. So, people don't know how much protection you truly have, and they automatically assume because maybe you like to be by yourself, maybe you don't really fool with your family, but that don't mean they won't ride for you. You know what I'm saying? So people just be too caught up in some shit that they have no business in. Yeah, look. And people always, and you know what they used to say? They used to say, oh, the cases like the runaway cases, they always deem them a runaway so they don't have to look for them. And they only, remember they used to say they was a snatching and attacking, like PROSTITUTE, and runaways. So they don't matter because what, they're just, you know what I'm saying? So they wouldn't, a lot of those cold cases were just cold because there were, you know? So people might see you and think like, oh, you might say certain things, and they think like, oh, well, she don't talk to her family, so we can just treat her or him any old kind of way. Little do they know, your cousins will still bang for you. Your cousins will still bang for you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know why these people be so caught up. Right, my sister does that. Yeah. And I'm telling you, the best way for somebody to fuck you over is to get in your head. Because if they can make you feel like you're nothing, bitch, they already got you. But when you out here, you're confident and you know your shit, and you know a bitch ain't fucking with you, like ain't fucking with you for real, you don't care how they want to come. And the first thing they're going to do is like, oh, look at your cheap ass clothes, or look at your fucking wig, or look at your glasses. You ain't really talking about shit. They try to body shame you or physically shame you. And you're like, bitch, that's all you have? You got to do better. Yeah. You got to do better. 39 of y'all in here. 43 of y'all in here, and I only got 27 likes. Y'all better tap me in. You from DC? Nice. I'm so NYC though. Okay. All right. Everybody love New York, baby. And that'd be another thing. You could have a death spirit. Okay? The Reaper could fuck with you like that. You know what I'm saying? The Reaper could fuck with you like that. And it's like anybody that fuck with you, it's always some type of turmoil, and they swear you're doing something to them. And you're like, nah, I just let my spirit team handle it. Okay? You caused yourself that pain. I had nothing to do with it. Nada. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, not everybody you could put your mouth on, and burnout came again. So, somebody trying to have you feel like you're too exhausted to get up and cook your food. You're too exhausted to wash your ass. You're too exhausted to make that video. You're too powerful to let these people make you feel like, you know what I'm saying? And some of y'all could be on the verge of burnout because y'all want to celebrate. Y'all want to be celebrated. So you're doing what you need to do. Some of y'all could even be going on a trip and y'all just busting your ass to make it happen. School. Okay, because my son is very disciplined. He's like, mommy, I'm like, come on, let's take a trip. And he's like, mommy, I'll take a trip once I graduate. And I'm like, but I'm paying for it and it's fine. He said, no, put it till when I graduate. Let me just focus on school. And I could only commend it. You know what I'm saying? My baby's in his last year. He's graduating next year. I cannot fucking believe it. It was just a couple years ago and he's graduating early and he's taking like graduate classes. I cannot believe it was just the other day I was on here crying to y'all. Remember, I was like, I don't know what's going on. I think I'm having like separation anxiety. And mind you, I have a whole nother kid here. Y'all, I was going through it. Now that motherfucker come over here, I'll be like, when are you going? When does school start again? When you getting the fuck up out of here? So, I'm telling you. But by the time you turn around, things is going to just be, you know, you're going to be in a whole different world, literally. Okay? You're going to be in a whole different world. Some of y'all are just reflecting on like, damn, I done came so fucking far. So far. Look at me now. Okay? And look at y'all when y'all were younger, just trying things, learning things, doing things. And now y'all bitches out here with top hats and fucking fitted jackets and pea coats and shit. And didn't I say something about a pea coat? I said a pea coat with gold buttons, Burberry trench, pink or red. And that kind of looked like a pea, like a little velvet, you know what I'm saying, jacket. I love it. Let's break it down because I've been talking enough, Charlotte. My phone about to die anyway. Yeah, look. Some of y'all just tired of the fucking toxicity. Y'all tired of the fucking drama. Y'all tired of this. Y'all tired of... You just tired of low vibrational shit. Like, you just want to go somewhere and have a peace of fucking mind. Some of y'all might want to even move to the fucking mountains because you're just so tired of the city, the noise, the constant fucking badgering. And I'm not saying shit can't happen up there either, but who want to be going through something all the time because of other motherfuckers? Like, why is it that we live on a fucking street and we can't just be at peace because, bitch, you're just so mad because I'm me? Girl, step your fucking self-esteem up, bitch. That have nothing to do with me. Step your fucking self-esteem up. Every time you come around, it's a problem. And they want to smile in your fucking face. And then they be talking shit behind your back. Like, bitch, your life must suck. You have all that money, that big-ass house. You claim your husband is so this and this and that. And your life is so grandiose. So you're driving the best fucking car, but you're worried about me. I don't have no car. I don't got no husband. I don't even have a house. And you're mad at me for what? Because I'm free. I'm single. I can move about how I want. And you'll be surprised. Bitches don't be mad at you because you don't have no husband. Bitches be mad because you're free. You can move about. They got to answer to a motherfucker. They got to go home and cook. They got to go home and clean. They got to, you know, make arrangements. You can move how the fuck you want to move. You understand? That's why they mad. They don't, it's not that they don't want you around because they husband gonna see or they wife gonna see or whatever. It's because you can move how you move. And you move in your truth. You understand? That's all it be. My moon sign is a Gemini. Taurus and Vedic. Why? I'm exhausted with corruption, government. Yeah. Yeah. You good? Hey, babes. What's up? Gemini. They got to pay the bills and still stalk the man. Thank you. You hit it, base. And it's so funny because I said something about database. I said that. And you came in here with the name base. I said it's either a name, a code, or a label. Think about it, though. Oh, girl, I don't know if I could go. I got to talk to my husband. Oh, girl, I don't know. I got to ask my wife. And, man, I got to this and this and this and that. Or I can't go. A lot of those motherfuckers, and we be thinking like we be having debt and shit or bills. But, bitch, at least it's us. These niggas is duly broke. You know what I'm saying? Duly in debt. Duly, like, just going through it. It's two of y'all. Because y'all want to live above y'all motherfucking means and shit like that. And then when they see a young person, I'm telling you, they hate to see a young, successful person coming and not married. Oh, she have all these baby daddies or something must be wrong with her. No, bitch, I just knew I wasn't going to be putting up with that shit because of society or standards or society's norms or what y'all deem what, family, because y'all want to look apart. Bitch, fuck you. Fuck that nigga too. Look, fuck all of that. They see a whole lot of potential in toxic motherfuckers. And it's like, bitch, you got to work on you. Nigga, you cheat on me, I'm leaving your ass. I might give you another chance to rectify the situation. But the shit be so done and so bad already. And it's just like, I can't even look at you the same. You understand? But I could duly say I gave you a chance. I gotta move around. I wouldn't give a fuck if I had 1,000,000 fucking kids out of wedlock. You understand? I'm not gonna be sitting with no nigga just because. What? I don't want to look a certain way. Who the fuck am I looking a certain way to? Who the fuck are y'all? You know what I'm saying? Y'all just do y'all shit in secret. So, you know what I'm saying? And people don't like that. They don't like the fact that you can speak up and tell what's been going on with you or, you know, be transparent. You're not ashamed of your past. You see what I'm saying? Ciao, bye. They be so fucking bothered. They be so mad. And it's like, why are you really mad though? Why are you really mad? And then they'll take one little piece and want to shame you. Take one little piece and want to shame you about what you said. No, for real. Think about it. Think a fucking about it. Yeah. All they worry about is the children and the business. And oh, I can't do this. You know, I know this lady. And a lot of those married chicks, they don't care. They be telling you, and that's how you know they nigga be cheating on them. They'll be like, I don't care as long as he bring me home that check. Bitch, you got the game fucked up. So you're willing to stay with a nigga just for some money, and then y'all wonder why y'all life be going to shit. Y'all wonder why. You know what I'm saying? Married people have the most diseases. Okay? They have the most diseases, and I'm just speculating. It's all speculation. They probably gonna bang on this video. You know what I'm saying? They gonna speculate, right? They have the most diseases. Yeah, most of them be the ones paying the bills. I'm trying to tell you. A lot of them women, look, be the ones who is funding the whole relationship. It's 3330 in here. 333. So we in alignment, yeah. So it's like, damn, that's crazy. A lot of these women, they do that though, because they want the man. There's some men that take care, and I feel like the men who do take care of the women, they be cheating, and these women know it. So it's like the same thing. And then these women be buying these niggas. It's like a PROSTITU, and it's like a live-in prostitute. And I'm not saying that for everybody, so don't get y'all shit in a pickle. Okay? But most of them, especially the ones that hate you just because you are single and headstrong and you're independent, just because they want to be with somebody, they will pay for their whole life. A lot of these women, and then they come on talking about, well, I was the one who was paying for all of this anyway. That's when the shit start coming out. And people used to always be like, how come you single? How come you single? Because I'm not taking care of no grown-ass boy. Okay? I'm sorry. I got my kids to take care of. I'm not taking care of no nigga. And I'm telling you, these niggas be out here fronting. They will be dressed up down to the T, dressed up fucking garbage bags. And they be looking somebody. They be needing a fucking place to stay. A lot of these niggas don't have nothing. And you see these women, and these women be the ones who are fitting, like she said, most of the bills. Okay? And that's what they do. They go after women who are independent, headstrong. And remember, they used to, oh, sometimes you used to see some girls and you'd be like, how the fuck she get with him? But they tell you, especially when she have kids, she gonna have food and she gonna have a place. So they don't really have to do too much, you know? Child, bye. I don't got time. I remember this girl said, what did she say? And I always come back to this and I always think about this. She said, she asked him a question about a relationship, right? I don't remember the context. If some of y'all seen it, y'all would know. But she said, she asked him something and he said, I faked a whole relationship for 2 years just so I could have a place to stay. So I don't know what the hell we done came in. Hey, Michelle. I said your name yesterday. I said Margaret and Michelle. And I'm not knocking no women that did do that because they have their reasons, you know? But my whole issue is when you want to sit here and then talk shit about the next bitch or the single one, okay? When you out here paying for yours. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing that. Especially for no dick. No, ma'am. Look. No, just for the nigga to turn around. It's like basically you was paying to break your own heart. Absolutely not. And I know that's why I wasn't with anybody, because I wasn't taking care of no nigga. I was not. The minute you ask me for anything, I'm going to be looking at you like, don't call me no more. Do not call me no more. Okay? Don't call me no more. That's why I'm telling you, these little young girls now, they not playing with these niggas. They is not playing with these niggas. Yeah. Some of these young girls, I see them now. They really like, they not playing. Some of them are just simping for these niggas. They don't understand. They just doing like a in-house prostitution. You know what I'm saying? With these older men. I saw this one thing that said that this nigga looked like he had to have been like 80. And they said that he retired her at 29. Like, girl, stop it. Please stop. You know, I'm like, the things that people just settle for, the things that people just, and you just have to look at them and just be like, you know what, bitch, don't even say that's not your place. That's their life. Let them live it how they see fit. You know? That's why I be like, you know what? I don't need no headache. I don't need no problems. Don't come over here fucking with me. And that's my only issue. Like when I used to go up to the school up there and the fucking them ladies and their husbands, you should see how they clutch on their husband when I come in the room as if, bitch, I don't want them old ass niggas. They don't even want y'all. The only time we see them niggas is when we at school. Where them niggas be at when you, because you be at this motherfucking school more than you be at home. So where's that nigga at? Okay? I don't, listen. I want peace in my life. Let's see what came out. Yeah, coldness. And then these women end up being cold and mean and hateful to everybody else they come across because their life is shitty. And I tell you, I said all of that about that person in there. A lot of these motherfuckers are upset because you're happy with being who you are. You're content. And people be like, oh, you can't be that happy being by yourself. Bitch, you ain't never met a motherfucker like me. My homegirls could tell you like, Kalina, it's strange now. Girl, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Okay? Leave me alone. Sometimes I be wanting people around, but I like my space. I'm a Virgo. Like, I like to be in my own space. I have a big ass bed. You know what I'm saying? It'd be nice. And I feel like, you know what? We need to bring back Lucy. Remember I Love Lucy? That motherfucker slept in 2 separate beds. We need to bring that shit back. You have your space. I have my space. You know, sometimes you don't want somebody in your shit all the time. I know I don't. You know, maybe it's just me. And now, with everything that's going on, women are choosing to stay single. And I know we're supposed to be coming into union and creating and stuff. But the way these motherfuckers is set up, create with them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a woman hater, man hater. I love my men. Trust me. But where are the real good ones at? They stuck with the karmics. You see what I'm saying? It's like, when you gonna wake up? When you gonna stop eating from these bitches? When you gonna stop being such a simp? When you do a little bit of semen retention? When you gonna purge? When you just gonna get it? Like, I'm so tired of these niggas. Like, wake up. That shit gets exhausting to the point where you be like, you know what? I'm gonna be over here. Catch me if you can. If not, I won't see you in the next lifetime. Like, I'm good, nigga. Like, we not doing this shit again. We not doing this shit again. Okay, we not doing it again. And then if they not sitting there studying you and watching you and trying to write down and learn every fucking thing about you so they could come to you thinking that you not who the fuck you say you are, like you not gonna see them. If they not trying to do that shit, then they sending some little young nigga to, like, it just be exhausting, to say the least. Okay? I don't know. But work on yourself, collective. Work on yourself with this mastery here. And I feel like a lot of y'all have mastered, that people can't play with y'all like how they used to play with y'all. You see motherfuckers for who they are. Yeah. And you could tell how some of them are just so, they bitter, they're mad, they're volatile, they got fake smiles on. They just out here. And I'm not saying don't live your life. Live your life. Do whatever you want to do. If you want to be a whole bag, because we've all had that phase. We've all done it. You understand what I'm saying? And some of these bitches, they be in here swinging. They be allowing people to come into their bedrooms to satisfy a nigga. And it's like, nigga, if you can't be satisfied with me, why are we married? If we needed to bring another person in here, why did we even get married? If people were supposed to be in union with 3 or 4 or 5 people, what was the whole point of marriage? And granted, they said that marriage was, patriarchy thing to have you in all that shit. We get it. It's everything is bondage, control, or you know what I'm saying? But still, when a man finds a wife, you see what I'm saying? Like, what was the whole point of that if we had to be with 2, 3, 4 people, or there was supposed to be multiple people in your connection? You could have just stayed single. I don't understand people, and I'm telling you, people motherfuckers pick and choose what they want to go by, what they want to, and then don't, and that's the whole thing with me. You want to pick and choose what you want to follow when it comes to the law and the order, right? But then you want to sit here and judge me. I had a cousin, she was like, oh, you curse too much, you this and too much, and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, okay, why I can't curse? Why I can't curse? But you could sit here and say, you go to church every Sunday, you reading your Bible in and out, God said don't do this, and God said don't do that, and blah, blah, blah. But you have a whole boyfriend, and you ain't even get a divorce yet. But I can't curse? Like, bitch, you got to make it make sense. You got to make it make sense. You got to make it make sense. Okay? You have to. I'm sorry. You have to make it make sense. And a lot of people only be in connections for survival. Okay? Out of survival, and that's why they cheat. Because I'm telling you, I've seen some good men. Good men, and they get with these bitches who don't care. All they care about is, they don't even want to clean up the house. All they care about is the lifestyle, and, they don't even fucking care about the children. You know what I'm saying? What they look like, what what their sister wives or whatever the fuck they want to call them, what they think. And I'm just like, who am I putting on for? Who am I putting on for? Why would I care about what these fucking people think? For what? Why do I have to prove anything to them? You know? Mm-hmm. Then they be so fucking confused. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's the thing. A lot of people need validation. That's what it is. She hit it right on the head, Michelle. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Damn. But how many times? How many times you got to get burnt up? You know what I'm saying? Hey, Dina. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That shit is crazy. I never understood it, but it's not for us to understand. I'd rather be alone. And it's not even alone. Because when you really, really, truly learn yourself, learn your own energy, you'll find a peace and a comfort in knowing that. Same thing with celibacy. Who wouldn't want to have sex? But who want to be out here having sex with these motherfuckers who's having sex with the same sex, who's having sex with all these other people? And I told you, for every person they have, it's 5. Right? 5 people to that one person. Plus whoever they're sleeping with, that's another 5. Or whatever. I'm telling y'all, I used to know this girl. She used to go out every single night and she fucked a different nigga. And the only way she wasn't sleeping with somebody is when she was using her medication for the STD she got. You cannot play with me. One thing a nigga could never say is I was ever a hoe. Ever. You see what I'm saying? All right now. Mm-hmm. Trust me when I tell you. And I could stand firm on that shit. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Are you a Taurus? No, I'm a Virgo. I'm a Virgo. Girl, I'm trying to tell you. And I'm not saying we ain't had a little time when we was just, having fun. But the way these bitches, I could write down every single person I ever been with. Ask some of them. I had a homegirl, she be like, and I used to be like, I gotta get away from you bitches. They like, you never did that? Bitch, I ain't never had a one night stand. And these bitches have had multiple. I need to know if I catch something who gave it to me. And if I got pregnant, I need to know who the fuck got me pregnant. I can't be doing that. Yeah, look, birth in isolation. Okay? It's like a trend for them. It's like a trend. I never understood how people did it. And that's probably why I don't have no friends. Because they be like, Kalina, you so Listen, bitch, let me be okay? Because I can't. I can't. I can't. Yeah. You a Taurus? I'm a Taurus, question mark. Are you a Taurus? I'm not a Taurus. I'm a Virgo. Yeah. Let's break it down. Hopefully I have a little bit of juice on my own. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I have fun though. And I feel like we all supposed to have fun. But not the type of fun they be having out here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You ain't lying, then end up on a Maury trying to figure out exactly. And there's a lot of motherfuckers who could have even shamed you for how you used to move and shit or do certain things. But it's like, let me do what I'm doing when in my younger age. But you got motherfuckers out here who clashed you for doing something when you were younger, before you knew better, but know better and doing it in their older age. Okay? So let's start there, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Let's start there. You know how many people was talking shit about me when I had my kids young, or just sneak dissing and all this shit just to be older in age now, up in their fucking 40s, just having their first child, just having their second child with they. We back, y'all? Are we back? Let me find out. That's crazy. Usually when it usually when it cuts off, it won't let us resume. But I don't know if y'all want to let it charge a little bit. And then, you know, we hit it back. Who is it up in here? She said, I'm saving this one as evidence. Evidence for what? Oh, shit. Yeah, they do look at you crazy if you're not having sex. What's your sign, base? She says she's a Taurus. Base, you said you're a Taurus? Who's in here? There's 6 people in the chat. Y'all not saying nothing. I mean, yeah. Like, why don't y'all say something? Base, what sign are you? Let me know. Hey. She can. You're welcome, love. Is Base still in here? What's your sign, Base? So if y'all want to continue on, I can do the cards without y'all seeing it. So let me know if y'all want to do that. If not, I'll just end it. I'll just speak a little louder. And yeah. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna keep going then. Let me turn this air up a little bit. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me clearly, or is it like a little off? I'm surprised it resumed. Usually it would just like bang us out for real. But yeah, maybe I need to update the app. Okay, I'm gonna keep going then. All right, let's go. So, huh? You good? All right, let me turn this ear down a little bit so they can hear me for real. All right, so we have the accurate here, the excited, and the mastery. So let's break it down a little more. All right. And I'm using those purple cards. The Awakening Life Oracle. All right, let's see what comes out. What's this accurate? Ooh, the lightning came out. The lightning came out. Damn, if I just wish I wish y'all could see it, but it's all right. The lightning came out for the accurate. Yeah. Sudden, fast change, taking quick action, shocking events, love striking you unexpectedly with the accurate. So I'm telling you, something is going to happen all of a sudden. I don't know what you guys did last night. I don't know what you guys did between yesterday and today. But it fucking worked, bitch. I don't know if you just cleared your mind. If you just got a little bit better understanding. If you just decided or made a choice. Maybe you even did it subconsciously. And decided like, I want better for my life. I have to do better, you know? And that changed everything. I love that. Now let's look at what's coming out for excited. Can y'all hear me? Okay? Secrets. Get excited, and whatever this is that's coming in, they're going to want you to keep this a secret. It says moving in silence, hidden factors, lack of communication, not having all the facts. Yeah, so something's going to happen all of a sudden. And this shit might even tickle you a little bit. Confirmation about what's going to be coming out. Okay? So something might tickle you to the point where you're just like so happy. You know how it is when you jump around for joy and you're mad giddy and just, yeah, ecstatic. Oh my God. So maybe this love is going to come out of nowhere. You could have even predicted something as well with the accurate here with the lightning. And you guys could just fit perfectly like a puzzle. You could even have like a tattoo of a puzzle or of something like a lock or a key. And this person is going to come and they might have the same tattoo, or they might have an item or something on their shirt. Confirmation, my phone is about to die. The other phone. That just fits perfectly with your piece, you know? So some type of synchronicity. This could even, you know how sometimes you'll see a shirt and you'll stand next to somebody and their shirt will finish whatever it's mentioned on your shirt or however it works. So yeah, I love this. This is amazing. Something about your storage is full. Some of y'all might need to clear out your storage, or you could have a storage. Yeah. Some of y'all feel like y'all have to alienate in order to manifest, but you don't have to. You don't have to alienate yourself. And listen, I'm not telling you guys not to go out and have a good time, but live your fucking life. You know what I'm saying? Live your life. And just, you know, I can't tell you what to choose or how to choose. I could just give you the advice or, you know, the confirmation, but choose to want to be better or do better. Because when you heal yourself, you heal your lineage. A lot of you guys are just sad out there and feeling like the world is against you, but it's not. You got to change how you perceive yourself. Some of y'all have self-esteem issues. Y'all have image problems. Y'all don't like the way you look. You don't, and if you don't like the way you look, you're not going to feel good. You're not going to have that confidence. You're not going to walk in your power because you're going to want to dim your light to make sure, you know, you take off the least amount of attention off of you. And this could be what somebody does. They could be insecure about their body, so they feel like they have to attack other people or draw the attention on you to take the attention off of them. But if they just love themselves a little more and worked out whatever insecurities they have, then they'll be fine. Go out and do what it is. If you don't like the way your body looks, go get in the gym. Go start walking. Do something. They have a lot of clothes and certain things that can appeal to certain body types to make sure you feel your best fucking self. And remember, you have to realize, like, why don't I like my body? Why don't I like this about me? Who am I trying to impress? At the end of the day, you have to be with your body. Nobody have to be around you if you don't want them to be. So who do you really need to impress? And that's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. Do things for you. Stop doing things for everybody else or what you feel like society will accept. They're gonna have, just like these celebrities, they do whatever the fuck they want to do. They don't care. Look at Jay-Z. He done did a show and sold out all 3 of those shows. And he was in those files. And that just goes to show people do not care. They like what they like and they're going to do what they want. So when people be coming on here and telling you all this fuck shit and all this stuff, who fucking cares? Because at the end of the day, they not living right. I'm pretty sure there's a whole bunch of motherfuckers who sat there and had trauma and hurt and who went to that fucking concert. You see what I'm saying? It's like people are just so psychologically messed up and they like validation. And they're going to get in where they fit in, and that is the problem. People don't really have no type of moral compass. Or else half of them people wouldn't have been at that show. But until it come knocking on their front door, that's when shit get real. Or they pick and choose what they feel like they want to address at the fucking moment. But let you do something, you have to be careful so you don't get canceled. Canceled by fucking who? I need validation from who? I need to prove myself to who? You know? This shit get crazy, man. But yeah, so you have secrets that came out. Some of y'all have a self-image problem. Some of y'all need to just be more happy with what you have. You could be looking at other people and their success or what they portray or what they project and think that's how you're supposed to be living. No, you don't have to be driving no fancy fucking car. You need to have a car that gets you from point A to fucking point B. You don't need to live in no luxury high rise. You need to have a roof over your head that when you go in that door and close it, you know you are safe and secure and you're going to get a good night's sleep. Okay? Ciao, bye. I could go on and on and on and on and on. You worrying about what a friend gonna say, and you don't even know if you're gonna be friends with that motherfucker in the next 5 years, and you trying to prove yourself to a friend. Same thing with these family members. You don't have shit to prove to these family members. They don't live their life or they're living their life. And you'll be surprised to know half of the shit that they did. You know what I'm saying? Like, people just be so ass backwards, and if you question anything, you're deemed a problem, or you're deemed crazy, or you're deemed something is wrong with you. And you're like, no, bitch. Stop projecting your bullshit over here. You feel like you want to have a family and your ovaries or your body is not allowing it. Go adopt. There's a lot of children out here who needs a loving home. It don't have to be your child to love it. You see what I'm saying? Especially if you have a platform or a community of people. You know, stop watching other people and feeling like this is what you're supposed to be doing. Maybe it wasn't in the cards for you. Maybe that was not what your assignment was. Maybe you had children in your past life. And you decided that's not the assignment I want. Make me the auntie or the godmommy. You know? And some of y'all should be glad. Okay? Some of you guys should be glad that y'all don't have children yet. Because I'm sitting here every day with everything going on. And I'm like, damn. This fucking world is so fucking fucked up. And it's like you have your children out here. You don't know if they're going to come home. If because a motherfucker's in their feelings. You know what I'm saying? You just don't know. And to have to worry about that, that's a headache within itself. So it's like we have so many things we could be stressed out about and thinking about, and an ex is not one of them. Okay? Especially one who's not serving any purpose or elevation in our life. Okay? Absolutely not. You need to worry about you and what you got going on. So this could just be an energy where y'all starting to see it like people just be so fucking bothered because they're miserable with their lives, because if they weren't, they wouldn't fucking care. And a lot of them just need to fucking open up their mouth. They don't even really care. They just want to feel like they belong or they're accepted in some shit. You know? I couldn't believe it when I saw all those videos of Jay-Z and them people around. And but what did Beyonce say? She said, I'm so happy. I love y'all because y'all so loyal to this man. And it all goes back to what I said in the beginning. When I said, y'all be connecting yourself to certain things, you know, that you don't even know nothing about. And it's like they pick and choose. They want to slaughter this person, but then they want to go support that person. And granted, do what you will. That's your business. But when certain things start happening, you only have yourself to blame. You only have yourself to blame because you connected with that energy. You put yourself in that situation. Okay? You put yourself in that vibration. If you know they're going to be playing certain music at the club, don't go. It's just like if you want to kick an addiction. You're not going to go around motherfuckers who you know is throwing back bottles like it's water. You're not going to go to a hot box. You're not gonna be riding with somebody who you know they about to go link up with so and so, and that's your only fucking ride. And you gotta be sitting there. You're not smoking, but you're high. You're not gonna do that. And I'm not saying things aren't gonna happen or certain situations, but a lot could be avoided if y'all just listen and stop feeling like y'all have to be fucking involved in every single thing and y'all have to be a part of everything. And some of it is just meaningless what? What they call it, microwavable joy and shit like that. I don't even know the fucking proper word or term right now. But that's how it's feeling. It's giving that. Like instant gratification. Or just like pointless sex. You go be with somebody, you know you ain't supposed to be them just because you want to get LAID. But then when you do it, you're like, that shit wasn't even good. Or that was, was pointless. Instead of just sitting back processing and just kicking it with yourself. And I'm not saying be recluse or nothing like that, but pick and choose your battles, man. Y'all just be out here doing too much willy-nilly and just too open and too graceful and just too accepting of shit that you need to really take a good look at. Okay? I'm trying to tell you. A lot of y'all just need to evaluate. I sit here and I think and I ponder a lot. I notice people. I see certain little patterns and I'm like, wow. I look at other people sometimes and learn things about myself. I'll be like, oh shit, I can't be doing that no more. Or, I gotta change that. Or why did that bother me so much? And you see it and you just be like, damn, why are you just so mad? You see some people and they just be ranting and they be angry. And I mean, these people are angry and they are so convinced like somebody is harming them. And it don't even be the case. These people just be so fucking delusional. They've been alone for such a long time. Like, how are you this upset? Like, you need to get out. People don't understand they need to get out. They need to have sex. There's certain things you just need to do for your body to function properly. But you need to do it in a healthier way. Okay? And you could try. I know you can say, yeah, but I got with somebody who I trusted or whatever the case. But there was a red flag somewhere, somehow, like, don't do it. There was a gut feeling like, don't do it. And you still did it. It's giving me that energy with, what's his name? Kendrick. You really gonna do it? Yeah. And you be like, yes, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I remember there's this one time I hadn't been with somebody in a long time, and then my friend was like, I was talking to this guy, and she was like, girl, just go on and do it. And I was like, nah. I was procrastinating, but we still were dating and stuff like that. And I was like, no, I don't know. It's just something. And sure enough, I fucking did it after a while, and that shit was garbage. Just like you already knew. You know what I'm saying? But this was before I wasn't even on my journey or. So now you have to trust that gut, man. You have to trust your intuition. It's all about trusting yourself. If you see something and you want to, like say with the whole tarot shit, you see somebody and you want to invest in their product, but you're hesitant. Trust that shit. It's for a reason, Trust it. I remember I had started on my journey and I had ordered some stuff from this girl just to support her. She had some bath something another. But after I ordered it, it was like, So I told her, like, I don't even want it. She could just keep the money. She refunded the money to me. So I sent it back to her. Like, You know, I wasn't saying it to get the money back. I just told her, just don't even worry about it. Just keep it. Because at first I wanted it, but my spirit said, do not take it. So she's refunded me the money. I sent her back the money. She refunded it again, and I sent it back to her like, no, you can keep the money and the product too. You know, she sent it to me anyway, and she didn't put her address on it. She sent it to me anyway. No address, no nothing, just my name, like a box. Bitch, I put that shit. And it's so funny because the shit came and I had it outside the door. My son brought it inside the house. And it's so funny. I was like, what is this? And he was like, oh, it was outside the door. And he said, I thought the mail people left it. And I said, no, I left it out there for a reason. And I picked it up. And it's so funny. It was like 5 something in the morning because he had practice. And I was cleaning out. I had did my nails. Like, I cleaned out the whole house. And then I took that shit and the garbage truck was coming. And I went downstairs and threw it to the garbage. Okay? So when your spirit tell you something, yeah. It's just like as us readers. Well, for me, if my spirit team tell me do not do a reading for somebody, I'm not going to do it. I don't care how much money it is. I'm not going to do it. Because people will send you stuff just to harm you. You know? So you have to be very, very careful. Very, very careful. Write things down. Take note. You know, something might go over your head, but sit down and, you know, figure the shit out. Always backtrack your steps. One thing about me, I could always pinpoint something. Because I wake up and I'll be like, okay, I woke up at such and such and such. I had a dream. I did a reading. I'll put the title of what the reading was. And then I'll go through my day. And by the time the end of the night come, I'm writing down what I did. What did I eat? How did I feel? If I woke up with a headache, if it was slight, if it was just extra hot today, or I write things down all day so I can know. And sometimes it be the smallest little detail that can trigger like, oh, X, Y, and Z happened. And do you remember that? And remember this and that? Or you did shake that hand, or, you know, tap in. So let's see what this last one is for mastery. And then we're going to go on. And I'm going to wait until it charge up a little bit. And I'm going to try to go on later. But I notice when I do the readings in the afternoon, the algorithm don't pick me up because they're so used to me coming on, you know, in the morning. So it won't push it out. And then I'll put out a couple of shorts. So the notifications, y'all won't even get the notification. And I done did like 2 readings. And nobody seen it. So let's go. What's this mastery? Ooh. Ooh, leadership. Nice. So look, let me show y'all if y'all can see it. So we have the accurate with the lightning. Okay. And then we have the secrets with the excited. So when this coming, keep your motherfucking mouth shut. And then we have the leadership with the mastery. And that's beautiful. Let me turn the light on. That's beautiful. Because the card says, it says, high influence is business, excuse me. Stepping into a leadership role, you know your value and self-worth. Using logic over emotion. Come through. So look at that. That's what's up. So something is going to happen all of a sudden, and you need to keep this shit quiet. Because you are going into a new role. And I said this yesterday. Didn't I say something? No. I just said it. Rewind. I said something about... Let me put the computer back. And don't worry, y'all. This is just my tooth cleaner. So the water... I know it looked funny, but yeah. And I said something about a new hire. Did I not? Yeah. I said something about a new hire. Some of you guys could be authors. You could be publishers. Something about a bestseller, you know? So yeah, whatever this is, you need to keep this quiet, or you've been keeping it quiet, and then you're about to release it or launch it. But look at this. Yeah. Everything I'm telling you is accurate. Get excited because you have mastered yourself. You have mastered your skills. You are high ranking individuals, and you have a very special set of gifts that the world needs to see. But you need to see it for yourself within you first before you can step out and, allow the world. And this shit, you're going to have tough skin. I feel like Spirit has been preparing y'all to make sure you have this tough skin, tough exterior to you, to the point where anybody could say anything and you can't be shaken. They could even bring up and drudge up your past and you won't even be fucking phased. You hear me? You'd be like, okay, and I did it, and so what? What's gonna happen now? And that's the whole thing. People do things for a reaction, or they want to try to like make you feel away. But when you so fucking secure in your shit, you be like, okay, and that'll be old fucking news in a week, bitch. Okay? And the things y'all need to be worried about, y'all not. So this could be somebody who's trying to blackmail you or trying to get up in your head to make you feel like you ain't shit. You ain't never gonna be shit because they feel like shit, But yeah, it's time. It's an exciting time. Christmas in July. I should name it that. Christmas in July Part 2. So y'all might want to go back and watch that live. Christmas in July. I think I did it the beginning of July. So here we are, what? 2 weeks in? Almost 2 weeks in, yeah. 20 days in. So go back and watch that video and let me know how y'all like it. Let's get one to close out. Let's do the energy oracle and see what comes up for you. Did I mean to grab this one? I must have. Oh, it says, oh, look at this. I cut the deck. And look what it said. Caring connection. And woman holding her heart. So this is definitely love coming in. This is love coming in for a lot of y'all. Yeah, it said contract. It said contract. Hostilities. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of people who are going to be mad about this. And the attachment was in the reverse. So yeah, because you released negativity. And I saw the man in the magician in the mirror. I told you somebody could have been doing mirror magic. Rewind the bitch. I said it. So somebody could be just trying to project on you so bad with some type of devil energy, so you could think you're not healing the way you're supposed to, or you need to outsource, or you're still binding, or you're still, you know what I'm saying, caught up. People don't want you to feel appreciated because I'm looking through the cards and it says the appreciation was in reverse with the hostility. So I'm telling you, there's a lot of projection being done at this time because people know that you are who you say you are, and you know that now. There's nothing they could say or fucking do to make you feel like something is wrong with you. I wouldn't care if they want to drudge up your past and you busting it wide open while you know what I'm saying? Handstand on the DICK. You're still good. Yeah. I feel like somebody want to cause you some type of financial constraint by causing some type of storm in your life because you could have possibly ended something. Whether family, friend, or foe. But Archangel Metatron is like, listen, we done already rewrote your story and you will be appreciated, okay? Appreciate the fact that you came through and you've mastered yourself. And that's all you can say. Yes, I have grown. And this could be some of y'all doing. Y'all could be looking back like, wow, I came from being so attached to certain things and codependent and fearful to pouring back all the love into me. Look at that. From dark to light, or from light to dark, however you want to put it. Okay? But yeah, you going within and working out your shadow. It's definitely help you have a little bit more love for yourself. Yeah, the woman holding a heart and loving on your inner child and feeding your inner child, getting more into the community, being more of community, bringing more unity together. being an activist, you know, standing up for people, letting people know that you are a source of refuge, and they can come to you to seek some type of help or guidance if that's what you're into. And this could even be just walking down the street. You know how it is. You know, people could just come to you and tell you their business, or just spark up a conversation with you because you have such an essence where it's so comforting and inviting and warm. You know, they feel safe. You could be a safe space for a lot of people. You could even want to like do foster care. You know what I'm saying? Or open up an animal shelter. We've been getting that for a long time. You could have a bird. You could have a bird or a parrot, or you want to get some type of exotic animal, or you recently visited Brazil and you want to get an animal. It's giving me Rio de Janeiro. You could have went to Carnival over there or something like that, or you will be going. I don't know when it is, or you know how it go. Something about something could have happened around the Puerto Rican Day Parade, and some of y'all could be going to Summer Jam. You could have recently won tickets to go to Summer Jam, and you might be giving them away because you're no longer. And I'm not saying you can't enjoy yourself and do certain things, but you know how them things are. If you're not on the stage, especially in this day and age for myself, if I'm going to those type of event, I would want to be on the stage. I wouldn't want to be in the crowd, you know? So it's just a different level. You know, a lot of y'all could have anxiety. Some of y'all could be stressed out about your finances. And that's another thing. I wouldn't be partying and kicking it and doing all of that. And I am BROKE. And that's just me. I don't know if that's just an earth sign thing, but we look at things very practical. We be like, look, you got to make it make sense. Like, okay, well, why are you not trying to figure that out? You keep crying about money, but you keep eating out. All that money you could be saving instead of eating out. Unless you just have it like that. But there's no reason why you should not have a good savings, but your Uber Eats and your Postmate and your Grubhub is the fucking pages. There's pages and pages of fucking orders. You see what I'm saying? So somebody could just have their priorities backwards. Okay? And this spiritual shit will have you fucked up because it'll be like, oh, I can manifest this, I'll get this, and it'll come right back. And it's like, nah, because spirit be giving you the money to save and utilize to put it to something meaningful, and you just squandering it because you feel like you're that favored, which you could be, but come on. Like, there's nothing else you could have put that money to? Or you don't have no tissue, or you sleeping on a fucking mattress on the floor, or you have to have a sheet for your curtain. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, get your shit together. Start adulting. You heard the horn. You heard the horn. So some of y'all just need to get y'all motherfucking priorities straight. Or you have. And you're like, damn, look at me now. I'm getting paper, you know? So congratulations to the ones who are in this energy that's celebrating, who've mastered something, who's graduated, and everything is just on point. It's like all the pieces of the puzzle are in place. And then to the other ones who are just starting out, we are here for you. We're going to help you get through and through. Take your time. There's no rush. Okay? It's all a process. We all were where you are now. And trust me, you'll get here. It's just like starting school. It's like kindergarten. You'll be a 5th grader before you know it, you know? Or you'll be a freshman again in middle school before you become a senior, and so forth, so on, and go on until you feel like you no longer want to, you know? It's just like somebody working at a restaurant. You started out in the dish room. Now you the bus boy. Now you the waiter. You know what I'm saying? Now you the maitre d', or you the chef, or you the, you know what I'm saying, the director, or you the sous chef, or now you the head chef, the executive chef, you know, so forth, so on. You could be on grill, or you could just be a floater. You could just have multitude of things around your belt, but now you want to ground it and make a career out of it. Do that shit. You might be the type who didn't want to go to school and you just wanted to get a whole bunch of certificates. That's fine. Maybe now you're going for your license, you know? So don't worry, you're exactly where you need to be. And everything happens exactly how it's supposed to happen. Yeah, there can be some alterations in here and there and delays, but it's all how you perceive it. If you're going to wallow in despair, it's going to take longer. And if you accept it like, okay, this is what it is and this is how I'm going to try to fix it or rectify it, things will move smoother. It'll be like I said, it'll be old fucking news before it even become fucking news. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, it's all about perception. Yeah. But there's a lot of toxicity, there's a lot of devil energy, and there's a lot of people who are just fucking, what they call them, NPCs or whatever they call them, that are just walking around here and they're just here to make your life a living hell. But if you don't participate and you do not engage and you do not welcome and allow them into your space, you won't have an issue. Okay? You will not have an issue. But yeah, let's go on. I'm going to close out with one of these. Is anybody in here? I can't even see if anybody's in the chat. Look at me now. Is anybody in here? Hello. Is anybody out there? So some of y'all could just be feeling alone. Feeling isolated. Feeling like you have no real support. But don't feel like that. That's why we got this platform. To help you see, like, we've been there, done that, and you can do it too. And people gonna say shit, they gonna talk shit, they gonna make sure you know. It says journey, woman with the heart, and healing of the ages. I'm trying to tell you, you are a healer. That's crazy, an angel of balance. The journey came out first with the 2 here. The woman holding the heart with the 44 here. And the healer of ages. Some of y'all are highly, 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 highly intuitive. And I just said something about the medical impact. Did I not? Rewind it. Y'all could have been seeing 422, 242. And I said something in another video about 51. Somebody could be 51 acting like they're 15. I said this. Or something could have happened when you were 15. Okay? You could have had some type of awakening when you were 8. Something could have transpired when you were 2 that ultimately threw you into some type of an awakening. Because you ever heard about, like, you ever heard somebody come and tell you, like, oh, when I was younger, I was in a car accident, or I got hit by a car, I almost died. So you could be meeting some, like, real live earth angels. And you know what I've always wondered, like, how do we know that those kids, when they had that accident, they didn't PASS away, right? And something jumped into them on some traveler type shit. And that's why they have those old souls, or they're just so, like, wise, and they're just so, you know, or like an angel didn't jump into them. You know what I'm saying? But the person, that child you once knew is no longer that child. Is just the vessel. I be thinking about shit like that. I think about stuff like that all the time, because they be so different. You ever notice when somebody passed, not passed, excuse me, why did I say that shit? And they probably did pass away, but they something else jumped in. Because remember that show Traveler? And it's like, I saw you fall. You should have been not here. And then they'll find out eventually, like, I traveled. I'm not, that person passed away at that certain time, and they're no longer here. I'm just using their vessel. Remember that movie Traveler? And the black girl, she had a baby and a husband, and he used to beat her all the time. And the angel, I don't know if it was an angel or what, came into her. But she was not the same motherfucker when she got back home. And that nigga thought he was going to hit her again. And she beat the holy dog shit out of him right in the kitchen. Y'all remember? So sometimes when you see somebody have a bad accident and they come back different, you have to wonder if that's even them. It could just be their vessel, you know? Yeah, and it's like, you ever heard the saying like, oh, that person ain't never been the same since the accident. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they could just be a whole different soul, to say the least. And then between that movie Behind Her Eyes and how, remember how she taught her how to astral project? And yeah, taught her how to astral project, and her soul came out of her body, and then the dude jumped into the black girl because he knew that the dude was falling in love with the black girl, so he swapped souls just like he did with the girl. But that was a man in a woman's body. Go back and watch that shit. That, spoiler alert, that shit gets so deep. And you ever notice how sometimes you disconnect from someone and then you come back into tune, like you meet them again years later, and it's like they're so different, and it's like, wow, you really change. But it's like they don't remember certain things, and you ever wonder, like, what if it's not even them? You know? Same thing with the children, the kids. How do we know that they didn't, like, you know, something ain't happened to them? Because some of them just be so different, and no major accident happened, but you don't know if they don't PASS away and they sleeping and they woke up differently before the actual vessel. You know, I just be thinking about stuff like that, especially when people are, huh? Oh, check the time, 11:11. Yeah, so I'm definitely in tune. He said, check the time. Look. Okay, so yeah, definitely in tune with what's going on. You know? So it's just something to think about, y'all. Just something to think about. But let me close out. I had already called back all my energy, call back all your energy, purified and cleansed. Hey, Angel. Close out, close out, close out, close out. Okay. All right, let me get one to close out. I heard, isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she precious? The sun card came out, guys. Look at that. Isn't she lovely, baby? Yes, so we got the sun card. So yeah, this is beautiful. We got the accurate here, the excited, the mastery with the sun card, with the one. So you're starting back at one. And remember I said, you guys are starting over. Because when we started over, or I don't know if we started over, but I told you something about the time. And it was 9:23. And I said, see, you missing the one. Because you closed out something. You could have even just did something spontaneously with that Sagittarius energy. And that shit completely ended something. For you to already be in that new beginning, and it's starting to flow. Okay, with the divine, with the high priestess energy, the inner knowing, and then the divine feminine formulating and grounding the foundation in your abundance, and so forth, so on. And here we are with the one, the sun. This is a new beginning, y'all. Let me read it and then we out. I hope this was helpful. I know it was long, but so what? It'll be for who we need to be for. Okay? Here's the box, baby. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Y'all could have had your baby. Congratulations. Isn't she precious? Da, 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 da. It says new beginnings and great creativity. The sun brings blessings to the earth, and this card portends blessings in your own life as well. Just as the sun nurtures the earth, bringing new life in the spring and summer, this is your time for a new beginning, the onset of a nurturing new light in your life, the light of divine inspiration and personal growth. This card often marks a time of great creativity, bringing in the culmination of an important new project, such as a birth of a baby, or writing or publishing of a book. And didn't I say that, guys? I said something about either you guys are reading romance mysteries, or you're writing a novel or autobiography or some type of short story. Come through, Spirit. Or even the birth of a new you. Now is the time to put your energy into expressing your truth and vision. And didn't I say that? Visualize the light of the divine love pouring into your heart and mind like the rays of the sun, bringing inspiration, growth, and abundance and blessings to others. See the future you want to create and know the sun is shining on your intentions now. Oh my God, this is absolutely amazing. And the affirmation is, I open my heart and life to the creative inspiration of the divine love. I choose to create happiness in every new day. Come through. And didn't I say that? Y'all just want friggin' peace. Y'all tired of the damn hustle and bustle, even though that is life, but just knowing that you are in a newer space where it's not so much noise. You can hear the birds. You can hear the wolves. You can hear the deers. You can hear the bears. You can hear the earth. Instead of hearing ambulances or people yelling and screaming or constant fighting and argument. I just saw a video the other day where in the Bronx, the guy said this used to be our pool, and when they open up the hydrant and then throw a cup or something, and then that shit shoot out like, you know, like a rainbow or sprinklers and shit like that. And I'm like, those are the times when people were just down there dancing and they were having a good time, just really having a joyous experience. Instead of every time you turn around, there's some type of fighting or argument or robbery or killing or something, you know? Being the peace that the people need. Choosing like, okay, I can black out and I can scream and shout and try to drill how I feel into people's, you know, minds. But instead of doing that, just talking to them calmly. I've learned that me talking to my kids calmer is way more effective than me screaming at them, because they just get hostile. They get like cringy because it's so loud. They don't know how to experience that loud of a tone. It's like everything gets muffled. So it's not even that they don't hear us, it's that they're just so scared. Because you ever turned on a fucking alarm? Turn on like a fire alarm. That shit is so jarring. You don't know if you should run left, run right. You be like, oh shit, like just run. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when you talk in a more calmer demeanor and be at more peace for people, it's a better understanding. And I've just been noticing that motherfuckers be talking at you. If you don't fucking do this, this is gonna happen. And you watch and you see and you just wait. And you be like, well, damn, what did I do to you? I don't even know you. I just clicked on this bitch and why are you so mad? Who did it? And then you be sitting there trying to figure out who made this person mad and missed the whole fucking message. You see what I'm saying? So it was all over, but it's gonna be for who it need to be for. You know, some of y'all could just be cleaning and listening and like, yeah, you know, bits and pieces. But get excited. It's a very beautiful time. Christmas in July, part 2. I love y'all. Have a great day. Be abundant. Be happy. Go out, sunbathe. Okay? Get some type of inspiration. Okay? Take a helicopter ride. I hear the helicopter out there. Look into some shit. Okay? Listen to the birds. Listen to the songs. Listen to all the little different sounds. Write down every single thing. Go outside and write down every single thing. Especially if you're the type of person who can't meditate, who can't just quiet the noise. Start writing down everything you see. And write down how you felt when you saw it. You hear the birds? Okay? You hear them? All right? Go out and take a ride on your bike. Just take a walk. Go to the coffee. You hear them? 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 You hear them Every time I start talking, they start talking. So this could be somebody who's trying to talk over you, or don't want to listen to what you're saying. It's like everything you say, they have to say something and miss the whole fucking message. You know? So, whatever. You guys are more than welcome. I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Okay? Pick y'all battles wisely. Instead of arguing with somebody, just don't even engage. Because these people are going from 0 to 100. Okay? And they just be so bothered. And people be trying to talk them down. And they will not stop. Okay? It's like something's on them. The energies. A lot of them cannot fuse the energy. A lot of them, just like I just said with the alarm. If an alarm starts going off right now, you just want it to stop. Okay? And that shit does something to your body. It triggers something for you to, it's like getting rage or some shit. Like, because you be so mad, like, oh my God, just turn that shit off. Okay? So, be careful with the energies, because that fire horse, but that Leo and Jupiter is kind of calming it down. But those egos, baby, they're flaring. Okay, they are definitely flaring. People ain't thinking straight. It's summertime, especially in my area. People are not thinking. They're just wigging out. Look at that man who killed his niece. Like, really, nigga? We was all out here like, what the fuck? Who would have just did that? It was your own fucking blood. So that's what I'm saying. Don't even engage. Don't just let them have it. And I know you might want to clap back, but it ain't even worth it. It's pointless. It's meaningless. And they're not going to understand. So don't even try. You work on you. Focus on yourself. And stay to yourself. If you want to engage, you know what to do. I don't have to tell you, but I'm just, trying to help you see the play. You see motherfuckers arguing, don't go over there trying to be nosy. Cross the fucking street and keep your head fucking straight. Mind your business. That's what it is. Mind your business. You have that's probably what it is. You have mastered the art of minding your fucking business. Minding your business and making sure your space is a happy space. If you want to come over here and be happy with me, sure, come on, you're welcome. But if not, stay your fucking ass over there. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to go back and forth. I'm not going to try to convince you. But yeah, keep those boundaries in place. You don't have to explain them. No is a complete fucking sentence. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. The sun has went away here in Jersey. It'll come back, love. Don't worry about it. It will definitely come back. It's probably just making its rounds, or make the sunlight make sunshine for yourself. Put you some music on, dance around your house, go sit outside. And if it is gloomy outside, just go outside and listen. You can get a message in that too. There's always a message in the chaos. That's when you get the most messages out of the chaos. But some people be so scared of the chaos and the noise and shit like that. They just, they just lose their shit instead of just sitting there and listening. There's always a message in the chaos. Always a message. And I'm telling you, most of the time when you see those people who are frantic and argumentative and just angry and bitter, they're hurting. That's all it is. Somebody done did something to them, and every time they see you, you trigger. You could even look like somebody. I had this one guy who said, you look just like my mom. Okay. My mom used to do that. Okay, but I'm not your mom. Like, and something deeper rooted was there to the point where I'm thinking like maybe the mom did something to him like sexually. I didn't say anything. I just like, okay. But you just never know, And I tell you, we as parents, we mess these kids up from the jump. Sun shining over me. Yeah. You have to make it. You make yourself happy, whether the sun is shining or not. Whether you have $1 million or not. Whether you live where you want to live or not. You can have all those wonderful things and still feel terrible. You can not have any of those things and feel so abundant to the point where you'll just attract more beautiful things. So it's all about your mindset. It's not about anybody else. That's why people be like, what can I do to make you happy? And you be like, nothing. You can't do anything. Exactly, because it starts with you. If you're not happy, nothing anybody say or do is gonna make you feel any better. I mean, sometimes it can, but some people have to want that. What happened? What's going on? Oh, okay. But yeah, I do want to say thank you guys again for all the love y'all showing my baby. His birthday is next week, so I thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. Because y'all didn't have to think of him, you know? But thank you. I'll talk to y'all later and have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day, weekend. Toodles.